transition? Are there ways maybe to turn that into then getting guys to the net at the right time?
Yeah.
That was Pete DeBoer ahead of today's game, round 2, game 3 from the AAC. The Stars and the Jets series tied at 1. Pregame show brought to you by PNC Bank, PNC, the official partner of the Dallas Stars. Coming up next, we'll check in with the guys calling the game, Josh Bogarat and Daryl Razor Ray. This is Dallas Stars Hockey on the Ticket.
This is Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket. Broadcasting live from the TXU Energy Mothership. KTCK AM Dallas Fort Worth. KTCK FM Flower Mound. A Cumulus media station.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-791-1313. That's 800-791-1313.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Remember, that's cars with a K.
Save on quality treats and eats during our Mother's Day event at Whole Foods Market. Discover only the best for mom with deals on flowers, candles, brunch favorites, decadent desserts, and more through May 11th. Shop in-store or online today.
Crawford Services, a service experts company, can help with any of your plumbing needs. Call 214-271-8800 or visit crawford-services.com/theticket. Crawford Services, home of the 5-star technician.
License number TACLA 123811CM11421.
Former MLB All-Star Sean Casey, a.k.a. The Mayor, keeps hitting it out of the park.
Take my 30 years of experience. Take the wisdom and knowledge that I've learned from the failures when I got sent down my rookie year, all the injuries I had to overcome. Your mind is the most important tool you have in life. Be relentless. Keep charging. It matters how you talk to yourself, how you look at the world. That matters. We talk about that. I don't know. I'm fired up. Baseball's back, and it's going to be incredible. I love it.
The Mayor's Office with Sean Casey from Believe.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
This is Dallas Stars Playoff Pregame Show with Michael Dixon and Bruce Levine on the radio home of the Dallas Stars. Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Round 2, Game 3 from the American Airlines Center. The Stars and the Jets tied at 1 game apiece as this series shifts back to Dallas. Pregame show brought to you by PNC Bank, PNC, an official partner of the Dallas Stars. And for the first time today, let's hear from the guys calling the game here on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket. Josh Bogarat and Daryl Razor Ray.
Thanks very much, guys. So the Stars and the Jets as it shifts back to Dallas. And Razor, before we dive into meet Game 3 here, just kind of want your take, because last night, the nightcap in Edmonton, 2 more strange goals. That last one with under a second to go. It feels like it's been the playoffs of strange goals, and we know the Stars have been at the center of so many for and against. Is there something about the way the game is being played these days and right now where it's leading to an uptick in that, or is it just a crazy coincidence jammed into the last 3 weeks?
Well, I didn't watch the game last night, but kidding. The tying goal and the winning goal put in by their own guys. Part of it is the congestion that you get. I mean, everybody is beating the drum of you got to get bodies to the net. They're going to be bad bounce, friendly fire goals scored more so at this time of year than in the regular season. And I think that's been a big part of it. Part of it, too, is just the way the goaltenders play nowadays. They get beat on stuff that they didn't get beat on in past. It's just the nature. It's very random down there. It's extremely quick. There are no real bad pucks put toward the net come playoff time, and I think that's fed some of it. But yeah, it feels like there's been just a bizarre number of just odd, daffy-looking goals that get scored, and probably outweighs at least 50-50, but may actually outweigh the super pretty goals that we've seen in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
The longer and longer you go along, I guess whenever they score for you, they're pretty. Whenever they go against you, they're ugly. We'll see what we get tonight. But in terms of offense, however they score, the Stars clearly need a more spread-out attack than what they've gotten in these last few games dating back to the end of the Colorado series. But all that being said, when it comes to the all-Finn line and Mikko Rantanen, how much of an advantage is there for Dallas now that things shift here and they can get away from the matchups that Winnipeg wants in terms of trying to shut down what's become the top line?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious who they would like to play against Roope Hansen and Mikko Rantanen in particular, and that's one of the best third lines, checking lines. Nobody really deploys a pure checking line anymore. They're expected to counter a lot too, but the Adam Lowry line is certainly one of the best in the league. They're big. They embrace their role, and when they have last change on home ice, they can get that matchup a little more consistently. And I think last change is a big deal. The Stars, they've played well, but they're inexperienced in some spots and different with their D-core, and it just seems to help them with their defense matching up against the other team's top lines at home more so than on the road, and some forwards as well. Like I look at a guy like Wyatt Johnston, and it's staggering how different his road numbers are to his home numbers. At home, he looks like Wyatt Johnston. Like all the numbers line up with what you expect from the young guy, and on the road, it has been near silent offensively and not very good defensively. So, I think it's an advantage for the Stars getting back here at home, and whether it's that line or another line that gets sort of unhinged, they need something more than a Mikko Rantanen dripping offense going on. Beyond the fact that they got shut out last game and he's been involved in their last dozen goals, you can go beyond that. I think it's now 14 of the last 15 goals that he's been involved in. They need some guys, the names. We don't have to spin them out. It was pretty obvious during the regular season. Some of those guys have to start showing up on the score sheet. Not a ton. This is going to be a defense-first series, it seems. But somebody else not named Michael Rantanen is going to have to start making some things happen offensively.
We'll see who it is here this afternoon as the Stars and Jets set for action. It's Game 3 in this second-round series, boys. We send it back to you.
Thank you very much. We'll go back to you here in just a second. Puck drop right around the corner. The pregame show brought to you by PNC Bank, PNC, an official partner of the Dallas Stars. Round 2, Game 3. The Stars and the Winnipeg Jets from the American Airlines Center in Dallas. Coming up next, we'll give you our TXU Energy Power Players of the Game. This is Dallas Stars Hockey on The Ticket.
The Ticket presents the 14th Annual Macho Self-Storage Jump Jam. Join us at the Longhorn Ballroom Friday, May 30th for Jump Jam and our headliner, the great Randy Rogers.
We don't have to go anywhere.
Tickets are going fast at theticket.com. What are you waiting for? All proceeds benefit the Senior Source. Brought to you by Yellow Rose, premium American whiskey. And the station that can't hold a note with a paper sack. Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for entrepreneurs to stop dreaming and start doing. For gig workers to become business owners. For small businesses to go toe-to-toe with the big dogs. At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity beyond bank accounts. We're providing free office space, free advertising, free competitive research, and more to help small businesses do more with less. To learn more, visit comerica.com/succeed. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
Need some real refreshment? Good news! HTO is open now across DFW. Dive into dozens of flavors of real delicious fresh brewed iced tea. From coconut and Georgia peach to Texas chai and strawberry passion. Mix and match to your heart's content to find your favorite combo. And with tons of premium fresh brewed coffee drinks and crave-worthy snacks to choose from, there's plenty of real refreshment no matter what you're craving. HTO, welcome to your happy place.
Stars fans, every player that has ever skated onto the ice has had a dream. To be a champion, Ford has been a part of making those dreams come true. With every drive to hockey practice and travel to every road game, Ford F-Series, the 48-year leader, and Ford SUVs have carried us forward. That's why Ford is a proud sponsor of the Dallas Stars and proud sponsor of a dream. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas. At PNC Bank, an official partner of Dallas Stars, we've always taken a boring approach to handling your money. Not only is it smart, it's reliable. And why would we ever want to be unreliable with anyone's money? Some of those customers could be big, tough hockey players who gladly give up their teeth for a win. Oh, that's gonna hurt. But really, we just think boring is the smartest way to help ensure your money's there for exciting things in life. Like intentionally placing your body in front of a frozen rubber puck traveling at 100 miles per hour. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Michael Dixon and Bruce Levine are taking a shift on the Dallas Stars pregame show. Brought to you by PNC Bank on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Round 2, Game 3 from the American Airlines Center. The Stars and the Jets, the series tied up at 1 game apiece. So, a pivotal Game 3 as the series shifts to Dallas. The Stars pregame show brought to you by PNC Bank. PNC, an official partner of the Dallas Stars. I'm Michael Dixon. He's Bruce Levine. We're on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket. And Bruce, puck dropped right around the corner, which means before we get you over to Josh and Razor, let's talk TXU Energy Power Player of the Game. TXU Energy for everything. I'll start. You heard in that pregame hit with Josh and Razor that the Stars need to get a few guys going. They didn't go through the names of the players who the Stars need to get going, but one of those names is Matt Duchene. In fact, he's gone 15 straight playoff games without a goal. His last playoff goal came when he ended Colorado's season in double overtime of Game 6 last year. So many guys need to get going, and if that happens, the Stars should like where they're at. They've split the first 2 against a very, very good team. They have home ice advantage in this series, but other guys not named Mikko Rantanen need to score, and I think Matt Duchene's one of those.
Well, I'm going to go with a guy off another line, and that would be Jason Robertson. Now, Jason Robertson injured the last game of the season, missed the entire series against Colorado, which the Stars were able to win, came back for Game 1, played a physical game, but as the series goes on, he's got to ramp up. I know that he's injured and he's trying to get back to 100%, but the Stars need Jason Robertson to be Jason Robertson. You look at guys who scored goals while wearing a Dallas Stars uniform this year, no one scored more in victory green than Jason Robertson. 35 goals, and if you remember, he had the slow start coming off the lower body injury and surgery he had over the summer. Dallas needs someone to get going. Jason Robertson has the talent, has the ability to be that guy. He'll be playing on a line with Wyatt Johnston and Jamie Benn, a couple of guys who could use a bit of a spark as well. I'm looking for number 21 to be a difference maker tonight, and if he is, Dallas will win.
All right, well, the table is set. Dallas won Game 1 in Winnipeg. First time in 5 years the Stars had won a Game 1. Of course, Mikko Rantanen, another hat trick. His playoff legend can continue to grow, and yet in Game 2, the Stars just didn't really have a whole lot. They were shut out for the second time in 3 games against Connor Hellebuck and for the second time against Winnipeg this year. What's Game 3 have in store for us? Let's check in with Josh and Razor. Enjoy the call, guys.
Thanks very much, and welcome everybody inside American Airlines Center, where the Stars and the Winnipeg Jets continue their second-round series, all knotted up 1 apiece, and Razor, the storylines they've laid out, but Dallas with an opportunity here to take advantage of the home ice that they stole, earning a split up in Winnipeg. So 2 games in, how's everybody feeling about where this series is all level?
Yeah, I believe if you look at it that way, which you should, right? Any team that starts on the road in a playoff series has one thing in their mind, and that's to get a game, right? Win one of those first 2 games on foreign ice and wrestle home ice advantage back again. The only team in the Western Conference that had home ice over the Stars was the Winnipeg Jets. And the Stars have gotten that back. Now they got to take advantage of it. They're going to have to win their home games to win this series. Going forward here, I think it's paramount that they take care of home ice. They were so good in the regular season here. They beat this team in their building and played extremely well. I know it was a long time ago, but, man, if that could be the map for them tonight, I think it was a 3-1 victory back in December, and they played fantastic. Hellebuck was really good in the game, and it didn't matter. The Stars were better and tidier defensively. So, yeah, starting here tonight, take advantage of this atmosphere, this building, and a true home ice advantage.
Maybe it begins with the start, and I think it's probably time to start talking about that a little bit more or asking some questions, because Dallas, they've shown this incredible resolve in their ability to punch back and fight their way back, even from second intermission deficits, which really wasn't their calling card in the regular season. And yet, that being said, it's much nicer if you can go wire to wire. They've only done it once. It was that Game 5 when they scored 9 seconds in. Aside from that, they've given up the first goal in the other 8 playoff games that they've had, and they have had very little production in the opening period. How tough is it as that continues to grow in sample, and how important is it to change that narrative here tonight?
Yeah, they've been outscored 8-3 in first periods. That's not a good number, and as much as you'd like to come out and just roll and maul the opposition, that's the perfect scenario. It often doesn't unfold that way, right? It's a little more patient, especially against a team like Winnipeg that plays a pretty rich, mature road game. So, yeah, look, they need to be good early, in the middle, late, all those things in order to win this game here tonight. And they need more guys, I think, involved in what they're doing offensively. It's nice to, have a big moose like Mikko Rantanen just control things for you offensively, be the catalyst for that. But he's getting extra attention. It's going to be more difficult for the Jets to get that same attention on him here on Dallas ice. They get last change, all those things. I suspect he might double shift here again tonight too, so they have to worry about him coming out of 2 different lines. But, he has 6 even strength goals. The rest of the team has 10. That's forget about power plays and everything else. That needs to change a little bit, because they're a pretty disciplined club on the other side. And the other thing, Josh, there's a lot of talk, and understandably so, this building's going to be something else this afternoon, about this forward and that forward, and Matt Duchene and Jamie Benn and all these guys that they could use a little more out of offensively. They only have one defenseman that has scored a goal. He's scored 2 now, Thomas Harley, in the playoffs. And when you're dealing with some of the demons that Hellebuck has had to deal with, his issues at times have been screens and shots from the blue line that just find their way, seep through. The Stars have taken the ice here, and, man, you can hear it in the background. They got to harness that and feed off of it here this afternoon. I think defensemen can be better at what they do from the blue line. Not so much adding to the attack and jumping up, but get those shots through. It's part and parcel with your forwards. They have to have some better pre-shot movement, and that creates screens. Maybe force the Winnipeg Jet defense into some penalties as well. I think that could be a real good avenue for them to get more people involved in their offense starting here today.
Let's talk a little bit about the Jets. They are the best team in the NHL statistically. We saw how dangerous they could be in the regular season. Saw it again 2 nights ago in Game 2. When they have gone away from Manitoba in the postseason, dating back even before this playoffs, it has been a struggle for their netminder and all the way out. In the opening round, they escaped despite 7-2 5-1 and 5-2 losses in St. Louis. How does Dallas continue to make it a nightmare for them outside of the peg?
Yeah, look, a lot of that is on their goaltender, because anybody will tell you when you have a goaltender who has struggled or given up goals that should not be going in, especially at this time of year, it affects your overall game and the psyche of your team. And it's not that they played that bad or they've been, just overwhelmed by the home teams. It's that he hasn't really given them a chance because of his poor play at that position. That's why, as much as heading into the series, he was a huge variable, he is a humongous variable heading into Game 3 here today.
Well, you heard all the ovations in the background as they announced the starting lineups. Maybe the loudest one for Hellebuck's counterpart, Jake Ottinger, who has had a very strong postseason. And the Stars, last time they were in this building, they blew the roof off of this place with that 7th-game third-period comeback. We are back with the start of Game 3 between the Stars and the Jets. Puck drop is next, so stay with us. You're listening to Dallas Stars Playoff Hockey, brought to you by PNC Bank on The Ticket.
Dallas Stars Hockey on The Ticket has been brought to you by
PNC Bank. PNC is an official partner of the Dallas Stars. By American Airlines. You are why we fly. American Airlines is the official airline of the Dallas Stars. And by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Dallas Stars.
Congratulations to the Stars on a terrific season. I'm looking forward to a long playoff run. Hi, this is Sharon Moore, President and CEO of City Credit Union. If you're looking for a new car or truck, City Credit Union's online application and quick decisioning make it easy. Our loan experts will help you through the entire process, and we do everything online. Get started at citycu.org/apply. City Credit Union is a proud partner of the Dallas Stars.
Certain restrictions apply, subject to credit approval. See Credit Union for details. Federally insured by NCUA.
For over 8 years, QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in non-surgical relief for joint pain. With over 50,000 satisfied patients, people with knee and back pain now living pain-free, shoulder and hip pain gone. Corby here, and what they're doing is nothing short of remarkable. They're using regenerative cell therapy to restore the tissue in your achy joints. They're using biologic growth factors with robust healing properties carefully and strategically placed in your joint. It's a powerful and potent way to give your joints new life, repairing old tissue. And the best part, with QC Kinetics, there are no drugs, no surgery is involved, and there's no downtime from work. It's an all-natural, cellular level option with lasting relief. The patient satisfaction reports are astonishing. Imagine doing all the things you enjoy this summer without being slowed down by that awful joint pain in your knees or back. Call QC Kinetics now and learn about these cutting-edge treatments that can help you live your best life. 972-972-8610, 972-972-8610. QC Kinetics.
Hey everyone, Adnan and Verk here to talk about our great podcast, NHL Unscripted with Verk and Demers.
Jason Demers here. After playing 700 NHL games, it turns out I have an opinion or two. Whoever's saying trade one of them, you don't know anything about hockey. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm rooting for this team. With new guests every week, we will talk about hockey and more.
Can't wait till you watch this movie because it's the biggest award of her career.
He went into the cheetah exhibit. The cheetah took a piece out of him, and he came into the ring the next day.
Tune in to NHL Unscripted with Verk and Demers, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The best plays happen when the whole team's in sync. And at Baylor Scott & White, the Heart Hospital, heart health is no different. From offense to defense, every move matters. And with nationally ranked heart and vascular care across North Texas, you've got a winning team right here at home. Whether it's an assist, a comeback, or the ultimate hat trick, we're going for your goals. Baylor Scott & White, the Heart Hospital, the power to live better.
This is Dallas Stars Hockey on The Ticket. KTCK-FM Flower Mound, KTCK-AM Dallas Fort Worth, Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket, a Cumulus media station.
Hi, everybody, and welcome inside American Airlines Center. A very happy Mother's Day to all the moms tuning in, alongside Daryl Ray, Josh Bogorod. Stars and Jets, series tied at 1. Razor, we take a look at the all-important net-minding starters.
Well, Jake Ottinger has posted the third best goals saved above expected number in these playoffs and the best in the Western Conference. also 16-6 following a loss in his playoff career. Connor Hellebuck at the other end, coming off that 21-save shutout in Game 2, but he's back on the road where he has hemorrhaged goals, 16 goals against in his 3 road starts and hasn't finished any of them.
This series was the first time in just about 2 years that the Stars had to open on the road. It took them all of 1 game to steal home ice advantage away. An advantage they're trying to flex here in Game 3. As the puck is dropped, we are underway. Sent all the way into the Star zone. Icing waved off. Dallas wearing the home green. It's a boisterous Sunday afternoon crowd. They make some noise immediately as we get a penalty behind the play, and they're checking on Thomas Harley. Boy, is this a turnabout from what we saw in Game 2. An immediate high sticking penalty. Only this one goes against Winnipeg, unlike the one on Dallas 17 seconds in.
Well, their checking line started the game, and Adam Lowry buried Blackwell on the opening faceoff, and then as Nino Niederreiter went into the corner against Harley, got the stick up, and yeah, this is carbon copy.
Stars on the power play. Go to work immediately. Shot by Rantanen, deflected away, and it's quickly cleared all the way down by the Jets. Dallas is 1 for 5 in the 2 games. They went 1 for 2 in the opener, 0 for 3 in Game 2. They've scored power play goals in all but 2 games this postseason. The only 2 they didn't score at all. They were blanked in both. Left wing side, it's Wyatt Johnston. Fumbled a bit, still kept it alive. Now Thomas Harley goes back for Johnston, right wing side. Rantanen had his pass deflected right back to him. Harley with a shot, and it gets blocked. And Duchesne, his bid also blocked. And the Mesnikov is able to clear. Stars Harley will take the handoff from Onger. We are just getting going. Game 3, round 2, series tied at 1. Dallas on the early power play with Niederreiter in the box. Another minute remains on that call. Right wing side, it's the Stars' Rantanen. And now up high for Harley. His shot hit bodies, never got through. Stars having a hard time getting through those layers of Jets as it's cleared.
Yeah, there have been a bunch of guys in shooting lanes, and the Stars happy to, wire some pucks immediately. They're not looking to pass their way into the Jets' net on this power play, but nothing's getting through.
Mikael Granlund now spread back out. It's Esa Lindell, second unit out there. Marchment with a shot. That was blocked off the high glass and out of play off the netting. 26 left on the power play.
Only the Carolina Hurricanes have scored more power play goals in the playoffs than the Stars have. It's been a real steady drip. Obviously, the 2 games they got blanked, they don't have any power play goals in. And this opportunity here immediately is frittering away with only 26 seconds remaining in the Nino Niederreiter minor.
Offensive zone face-off. This unit has Granlund, Sagan, Marchment, Robertson, and Lindell. Jason Robertson in for the 3rd straight game. Face-off is won by the Jets. They don't clear, though. Chested down, kind of fought off with the shoulder. They're going to call that a hand pass. Boy, it's a shoulder pass if anything, but the back referee, Chris Rooney, made that call.
Esa Lindell usually isn't very demonstrative, and he was the guy who kept it in with that chesty play, and when it popped right to Granlund in front of them, they blew it down. I think the referee was blocked out by it and just assumed that he got it with the glove. Wrong call.
Rooney working the game with Graham Skilleter. Kyle Murchison and Jesse Marquis have the lines. Stars have the puck, but they're back at their own blue line. Only a dozen seconds left on the power play. Rantanen ahead, and now he's in. Spin move, Rantanen tripped up, and a penalty called on Josh Morrissey. He goes down. 5 seconds left on the Niederreiter penalty. So a very short 5-on-3, but continuation of power play for Dallas.
Man, he can be such a dainty big man, and he grabs this puck on the right wing side, starts to spin around. I don't know how much Morrissey actually did. I guess it was more his leg and his skate than his stick that tripped him up. And I mean, they are basically welcoming the Stars to open the scoring here in Game 3.
5-on-3 for the attack zone draw. They control it. Here is Harley. Sends it down. Niederreiter is out of the box. Now a 5-on-4. Right wing side. Stars Hintz with a tip. Score! Rope Hintz, the tip from between the dots. The Stars take advantage of the early penalties. Less than 2.5 in, they've opened the scoring in Game 3.
Well, Hintz starts by winning the draw clean to give them possession, and he now has taken the team lead in power play goals in the postseason. I think Hellebuck was not only screened but surprised by this when he didn't pick it up until it was almost on him, and he plays so deep that he doesn't afford himself the opportunity to just get hit by it. Second time that Hintz has scored a power play like that in these playoffs.
And so exactly what the doctor ordered across all fronts. Take advantage of the special teams, score first, score in the first period, get one early against a guy battling road demons and Connor Hellebuck, and check down the list as Perfetti sends it back in. We've played almost none of Game 3, 5-on-5. That's where we are right now, and a heavy check thrown to Mesnikov got cut off. And in the corner, that was Wyatt Johnston who laid the body. Stars go to work. Ben trying to run over Pionk. Dallas 1 for 2 on the man advantage in the game. Now 2 for 7 in the series. Tyler Seguin back behind the net. It is Marchment and spun. Seguin gets it back. Shot couldn't get through traffic. Heavy check thrown by Marchment on DeMello. And the Stars hold it in. No, they don't. It came out to center. Stars wanted to turn back in. It's whistled down offside at the line.
So it's going to be an interesting goal to sort of unbraid whether Rantanen was involved at all in it or not. 12 straight Stars goals that he'd either scored or had an assist on, and if he ends up with an assist on that one, it gets bumped up. He also drew the penalty, so his fingers are wrapped around that one some way, somehow.
As you know, it's all subject to change, but as of right now, Rantanen and Harley have the assist on Hintz's 5th of the postseason. So, pending any switch, that runs to a baker's dozen now for Mikko, and what a run.
Crazy.
Shot Lindell. Save made by Hellebuck on the right pad. Scheifele missed Connor on the outlet feed. And now it's DeMello. He'll settle things down. Flip ahead. And taken by Bischel. He'll keep things moving in the Stars' end. And up ahead, Colin Blackwell reinserted into the lineup. Steele with a shot goes wide. Blackwell in. Oscar Beck comes out. Sure, you remember that Colin Blackwell provided quite the injection, inserting the lineup in this building before Game 2 of that opening round against Colorado. He was the OT hero and outstanding throughout. Centering pass out of the reach of Lowry, Winnipeg. The Stars take over, and here they come. Petrovic, the defenseman, the front man high, gets ahead of the red line and sends a bouncer in. Wholesale change for Dallas. 1-0 Stars have the lead. 15:06 and counting left in first period. Down the left wing, Iafallo wraps around. Save made. Andra rebound loose. Tanev had a beat on it and didn't get everything he wanted from the corner of the crease. Pionk right point shot wide. Hefty bounce, and Rantanen will take it in transition. Holds up and on the blade for Harley. Thomas Harley into Winnipeg territory. Leaves it for Hintz. Sent down near the corner. Pionk there. Tanev had lost his stick. It's nearby. He goes to collect it while a Ward battle continues. And it is Harley to the right side. And shoveled up the left side boards. Into the corner, Granlund. He gets filled in by Pionk and erased on the back wall. Was that an Otters better chant that was going on inside the building? Kudos to the Stars faithful. It's a nice little throwback that the folks here in Dallas love. But the Jets take it away in the attack zone, and that's going to create a penalty as the Stars Robertson touches And power play time upcoming now for Winnipeg as heading off the Stars to the box, Lyubushkin.
Well, they were a mess prior to this, just trying to get their change in on defense. They had too many men on the ice for a moment and then got scrambling around, and it was the third or fourth slash on the hands of Nick Ehlers that has Lyubushkin, who's been a stout penalty killer for the Stars, sequestered, and see whether the answer comes from this Jets power play.
They are 1 for 9 in the series. They scored deep into that game-opening double minor. It's crazy because it was 2 different penalties in this one, but the Stars basically scored on the second half of what felt like a double minor with those back-to-back Jets penalties. And then it's now Winnipeg's turn on the power play. In the trapezoid behind the Dallas net, spit out into the corner, hustling it down is Blackwell, and he'll fling it the length of the ice. Stars penalty kill so good, not just statistically, but also timely. And that opening round, to be sure, dumped in by the Jets. Esa Lindell, who's out there on the ice at the center of so much of that PK success. To the left wing wall, Stars steal it. Friendly fires, they tried to clear. Ceci hit his own man, but it plopped to Lindell, who can clear. The Jets, 3 on the near side, re-enter. Scheifele centers it, deflected free. And the Stars play it ahead. I don't know that Rope Hintz realized that Johnston was darting ahead, just sent it down the sheet. Halfway through this Ilya Lyubushkin slash. 1-0. Dallas has the lead. A little more than 7 gone by in the opening period of Game 3, series tied at 1. Winnipeg on the right side boards. Iafallo to the top of the zone. Pionk. Left wing. And then back up high Pionk. Perfetti a one-timer. Save made. Rebound was cleared out of the crease.
What a great play by Thomas Harley. I mean, every part of the Stars game he has touched and excelled in, including penalty killing.
Jets enter down the left wing this time. Nemesnikov the bank. Over to Iafallo. Game of catch up high at the blue line. Second unit for the Jets. A save made. Odger on the floater. There was no rebound. 20 seconds left in the Jets' man advantage.
Nita Ryder was right there waiting for a rebound. Yeah, this just Velcroed to Ottinger. That time, prior to that, there was a rebound that got swept in behind Ottinger, and Thomas Harley dropped right into the blue crease area and swept it out of there. Big part of the Stars' penalty killing are defensemen making saves in behind Ottinger.
Dallas wins this faceoff. Cody Ceci is able to clear. Stars, you might recall, they absolutely dummied the Jets in the dots in the opening period of Game 2, 17-4. Jets came back to respectability. Dallas still about 56% so far in the series. And they get through this penalty kill. So 1 for 2 on the power play, 1 for 1 on the kill. Part of the 1-0 score line favoring Dallas.
I think the Stars have won every faceoff to begin the game tonight.
It's a trend as the Stars play it all the way down. Icing waved off. Marchment hustled it down. It was on his side as DeMello and Miller, the 2 D-men, were back for Winnipeg. Stars strip it away. Flip towards the net front. Makes its way to Bischel. Pinballed off of skates. Duchesne turnaround. It leaked for a little bit on Hellebuck, and he was able to corral and cover. 11:27 left in the first period. We step aside. Early power play opportunities for Dallas. They take advantage. Rope Hintz, his 5th of this postseason, has them in front on the ticket.
If you're a Dallas Stars fan, you know all about winning. That's why you'll feel right at home at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. Start your night off with a victory of your own in our state-of-the-art poker room. Grab a front row seat to an epic concert, or sit back and catch the big game in our amazing sports bar. Come discover your next win at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Dallas Stars.
This summer's another scorcher. An ultimate season pass from TXU Energy is hitting it out of the park with 50% off energy charges during peak summer and winter, plus more months of automatic savings.
Savings all season long. That'll come in clutch.
Customers can save more than $450 a year.
So when the summer heat goes into extra innings, the savings come in for relief.
More savings. That's a fan favorite.
Ultimate season pass is really bringing the heat.
I think you mean cool. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Visit TXU.com for more information. Rep number 10004.
Dallas Stars hockey on the ticket.
The Ticket! The second Sunday in May is always her day. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. It's been a good start for the home side here at American Airlines Center. Stars up 1-0 on a power play goal from Rope Hintz. And even beyond that, the Stars have played fast and kind of ferocious to begin Game 3. And it's looked from here like they have the Jets a little off kilter and off balance and chasing a little bit. It's been exactly, I would suspect, what the Stars coaching staff has wanted here today. Play fast, play hard, win the puck, win the game.
They will begin with an attack zone draw. Pete DeBoer going back with a line change of juggling that reunites Duchesne, Marchment, and Sagan to begin this game. With the folks standing here and the white towels waving at American Airlines Center. Another face-off win for the Stars, who have won every single one so far. Left wing side, Sagan. Down to the corner, Duchesne got it back to Sagan, and the save made Hellebuck the low chance. Fought for, side of the net, Sagan tried to stuff. Couple of good in-tight looks with a traffic jam by the net, but the Jets hold and escape. Appleton right wing. His distance drive, no problem for Andrew, punched it away. And then Dallas doesn't initially clear. Petrovic had his stick held, returned the favor to Lowry. Marchment checked and turned over to Ehlers. Had a big game in Game 2, 2 goals and a helper. Bischel forward. Then touched low by Sagan. Jamie Benn into the end boards. It's Ben, Johnston, and Robertson, this trio to begin things. Robertson comes in like a freight train. Played those 2 games in Winnipeg, then Perfetti got hit by Ben. This is Jason Robertson's first game at home in almost a month as the Stars clear it all the way down, and that's icing.
Nick Ehlers went off the ice in a world of hurt, and he's still hunched over on their bench. He got into a car crash. He was their offensive star of Game 2 with 3 points, 2 goals, and a helper. And he did not look right, and he is still bent over on their bench.
He missed the close of the year late in the regular season, got hurt, didn't debut in the playoffs until Game 6 of their opening round.
Injury-filled regular season as well for him, the dashing, fleet-footed Dane.
Shot by Velarde, spun around off the draw. Save made Onger, then a rebound, change-up, wrap-around score, Kyle Connor. He beat a lunging Onger to the near post. Boy, it just felt chaotic right off the face-off, and Connor has tied the game for Winnipeg.
It's their first face-off win of the game, and right off the draw, did this hit Ottinger right in the head? Yeah, it did. And off of that, the Stars could never get it set. Scrambling around, it went off the right toe of Ottinger in behind the net. He got all squirrely in there, tied up on one post. He sort of dove across like a soccer goalie, head first toward where Connor was going to tuck it, and he did, in fact, tuck it. Saw the puck lit up. They have those lights on the puck, and it looked like a souvenir puck in behind Ottinger.
So Connor, who co-led the NHL in scoring in the opening round, 12 points, tying Mikko Rantanen, gets his first point of this second round series. Potential to be a big one as it's leveled the score halfway through. The pass was well behind the intended receiver, plopped up off the dasher. Granlund was nearby, had no idea where it was. Play goes on as it's dumped in by the Jets. So we talked about the Stars and that other time that they scored first. Game 5, 9 seconds in as Steele takes the line with speed. Left wing, holds up, looking for help. Nice pass for Blackwell. Top of the zone now. Shot Labushkin, and that one stung Tanev. Stars fourth line out there on the attack. Harley, his shot, couldn't get through. Fleury made his way to the net front to block it as the Jets defenseman, and the Stars have to touch up.
Man, you can just see the Stars, sometimes all three forwards just gravitate to the front of the net.
They stress the importance of basically trying to do a lot of what St. Louis talked about in the opening round, make Hellebuck's life uncomfortable. Shot goes wide as the Jets are now in the attack zone. Spin around by Nemesnikov, save made by Oettinger in the corner. Pitchforked along, cut out of midair by Matt Duchene. The Jets are arguing that should be too many men.
Yeah.
If it deflects off Duchene's stick, it's not a penalty, but if he makes a swinging motion, that counts the same. And this is a big potential call with 8:32 left in the first.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how it goes out of play unless he does propel it out. And we got beautiful monitors here. We'll take another look at it. That's a tough call. Like he's trying to cut it off. You're not allowed to bunt it out of play, though. And if he's just knocking it down, it stays in. Pete DeBoer is arguing that he may have bunted it, but it caught some glass and went out. It's a rather large call. We'll have it for you when we come back. Game 3 is tied at 1 with 8.5 minutes to go in the opening period at American Airlines Center. You're listening to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs on The Ticket.
Get ready for Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, May 15th through the 18th. Get the highest value for your RV guaranteed during the biggest RV trade event of the year. Shop the best RV deals in America with new RVs starting as low as $92 a month. Get ready for the holiday weekend with up to 45% off grills and 25% off product installation. Plus, we'll have free hats, free propane refills, free food, and fun for the whole family. Don't miss the incredible Red, White, and New Trade event, May 15th through the 18th at your local Camping World.
See for full details and disclaimers. Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
I'm Matt Alsbrook, the Texas Law Dog. Have you been seriously injured in a car or truck wreck? Alsbrook Car and Truck Wreck Injury Lawyers are available 24/7. You can call me for free or hit me up at thetexaslawdog.com. That's thetexaslawdog.com.
Save on quality treats and eats during our Mother's Day event at Whole Foods Market. Discover only the best for mom with deals on flowers, candles, brunch favorites, decadent desserts, and more through May 11th. Shop in-store or online today.
The Stars on The Ticket.
The Ticket! I think Matt Duchene's getting a reprieve here as they huddled together, both referees and the two linesmen, and figured out that it either caught a piece of the glass or they felt that it was just it wasn't knocked out of play. It was just deflected.
So on we go, 5-on-5 with the restart in the Star zone. Glove side of Jake Oettinger. Hits on the power play. Kyle Connor, even strength. Those are your goal scorers in a 1-1 game with 8:32 left in the first. Rantanen and Harley assist on the Stars goal. Gabe Velarde gets a helper on the Jets talent. Stars win this faceoff. Out they maneuver through center ice, and Matt Duchene across the line with Marchment. Step up on Nemesnikov. It's loose at center and controlled by the Jets. Nemesnikov got it deep on the backhand. Harley hustled to get to it behind the net. And kind of surprised Marchment coming around the glass where he was camped out. Offered rink wide where it's pushed by Labushkin. Tyler Sagan helped it further into the corner. Matt Duchene, chip pass for Marchment, back for Duchene, spin move left circle, stays with it onto the forehand Boy, some dazzling possession there by Duchesne to stay with it through all that. Nice little thread pass for Lindell. It hit the back glass, then blasted in by Ceci and never got through from the right wing.
Back-to-back really good shifts out of that trio.
Broken up for a bit with the Stars offense stuck in neutral. But man, when they were healthy during the regular season, Ottinger makes the save. To the corner, it gets sent. Lowry plowing there along with Ceci. They fight for it on the wall in Dallas territory. 7:10 and counting left in this first period. Wyatt Johnston, the bank. Over for Jamie Benn. Braced for some contact from Niederreiter. They cancel. And that's a penalty, and they're going to get holding. I think they're going to get Jamie Benn.
I think he turned around and reached and grabbed right onto Niederreiter's stick, right at center ice. This is not a good penalty. You know, they got into a bit of a sweater buck set right at center ice. He tried the reversal on him, and then he almost do-si-doed him. It looked like more the arm hook than maybe grabbing onto his stick, but he clutched onto it and gets fingered for it, and here comes their power play again. They've been looking a lot for stuff down along the icing line to the net in the series.
It's another one of these first periods that both ways is just a parade to the penalty box. Played 13 minutes. This is already the fourth minor called in the game, 2 aside.
Two very disciplined teams in the regular season, and just undisciplined against one another.
Jets win this draw. Morrissey with it. Feeds it back for Connor. He's got the goal. Goes to the corner. Velarde, who has the assist on it. Wrapped up the side wall. The Stars had a chance to take it away off the boards. Pinned back up there. Lindell along with Velarde. Lindell just eating it with the feet along those baseboards. The Jets attempting to dig it out. They do. Ehlers, who's back out on the ice, feeds it for Connor. Connor right side. Got that shot through, and Ottinger with the save.
That's a good one. Couldn't have seen it.
Kyle Connor is dangerous as they come. Left wing side. They spread it back up top. Morrissey to the right wing circle. Connor. The outside edge of it. Now the top of it. Drifts a little further high. Ehlers down on the end line. He gets met by Lindell. Pestered as he walks the perimeter. Banked it up to Morrissey. Right point now Connor. Quickly to the left circle. Jets set up Morrissey. One-timer. Hit traffic and cleared by Steele. Quick re-entrance led by Morrissey. Flip for Scheifele. He's in. Forced wide. Got it back for Morrissey. He had a wide open net, and Wyatt Johnston stick checked him just enough to miss. Stars short-handed go the other way. Rope Hintz will tap it along. And Johnston spun in the corner. It'll be interesting to see the replay, and Johnston knocked down here, no call. See just how much Johnston impeded Morrissey on that attempt. Stars with another clearance. 25 left on the Ben holding penalty. The Jets toss into drive. Here's Neil Pionk. Walks it to center. Then chip ahead off the blocker of Ottinger to the right wing corner. Dallas with an angled clearing attempt. Kept in by the forward Niederreiter up at the blue line. Stolen by Harley. Sam Steele accelerates. Nice cut down by Granlund out of midair. Ben is back on. Stars through another one. Mikhail Granlund, he gets tripped in a penalty. Winnipeg. Stars still on the attack. Harley, he scores! Thomas Harley says, forget the power play. We'll take the lead instead. 2-1. Dallas back in front.
What a crafty little stutter step from Mikhail Granlund in order to create that tripping minor. And it was a stumbling play from Niederreiter. He wasn't looking to do that. I think he ended up toe-picking himself, took the legs out, and then Thomas Harley from the slot looked like a very stoppable wrist shot that eludes Connor Hellebuck and restores the Stars' lead.
It will be a story until Connor Hellebuck and the Jets make it not one. But here on the road, it's another 2 goals against on 8 Stars shots. And Dallas reclaims the lead. A delayed penalty goal, but it happened in such quick succession. Wasn't a 6-on-5 at all. Harley finding the back of the net. Third of this postseason as Dallas has it back behind their end line. Played around for Hintz and out to center. Swiped into the Dallas zone. Onger drifts to the edge of the trapezoid where he can play it, but he got caught there by Scheifele. The puck stayed on the end wall. The Stars dodge one.
Almost had to back check.
Stars flip along. Left wing corner, Evgeny Dadonov. So that goal from Harley, the assist to Granlund and Johnston, and that stops the run of 13 consecutive goals that had Mikko Rantanen on the scoring sheet. Dallas with a pair to have the lead. Thomas Harley installs it deep behind the net. Sandberg around. Velarde unable to clear, just around the outer hash marks. Plop back towards the corner. Good hustle there by Tyler Seguin. Unable to find it to the net front. Pressure by Marchment created the turnover. Duchesne left wing corner. Back for Seguin. His pass intercepted by DeMello and cleared by Winnipeg.
Like the fact that trio, Duchesne's lying on the hunt, on the forecheck every shift.
Scurrying through center, winding, firing. Nemesnikov just missed as his slap shot clipped the corner of the crease. And Ehlers on the backhand got it deep. Essa Lindell there, plays keep away from Nemesnikov. The Stars from center ice. Wyatt Johnston for Robertson. Jason Robertson with a shot. Stick save by Hellebuck. Rebound to the net front. Ben was there. Jets held, and back they come. 3-on-2 across the line. Iafallo unable to center it. Getting in the way of the defenseman Ceci, and now a counterattack. Dallas chipping a chase by Ben. He'll fight his way around Miller, who seatbelted him a bit with the free hand. Play goes on. Ben knocked down, and Johnston gets tumbled down as well. Hip check thrown Robertson on Barron at center ice after it was clear. Johnston sends a hopper. Hellebuck standing, keeps it moving. Bit of a fumble by Miller, gets a reprieve. Jets exited out to center. Barron falls down, and the Stars are back in. Mikko Rantanen, left circle, his shot blocked. Follows up onto the back end. Rantanen spinning away from Hayden Fleury. His pass, Granlund had it after Barron initially intercepted. Chasing it back is Bischel as it was sent to the Star zone. 100 seconds left in a fast-paced first period. Highlighted by offense and penalties. Stars with a 2-1 lead. Dallas only 3 first-period goals in the entire postseason heading into play. Already on the board twice. Appleton centers and off a deflection, just stays wide of the near post. The Jets peon to the left side. And that bid, Sandberg couldn't get through anyone, and now they want to check on, is that Niederreiter who's down?
I think it's Appleton. It hit him right, I think the puck hit him right in the head. And they blew it down immediately. All kinds of concern for the right winger on that very effective checking line of the Jets, and he's going to need a moment.
Talking to the trainers on his knees. And just gets back upright.
Blinking away. Trying to get his faculties. It probably, he's fingering at the back of his skull just below the helmet. Little wrist shot coming in there, and yeah, that's exactly where it hit him. Ouch.
So he continues to get a glance on the bench. We step aside. 1:14 left in the first. It's the Stars with a 2-1 lead over the Jets on the ticket.
Learn to skate at your local Children's Health Star Center with the Dallas Stars Try Skating for Free program. All new skaters ages 4 to adult can receive 2 free 30-minute sessions of instruction on consecutive Saturdays. Call 214-GO-SKATE or visit dallasstars.com/starcenters.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The 2025 Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Need some real refreshment? Good news! H2O is open now across DFW. Dive into dozens of flavors of real delicious fresh brewed iced tea. From coconut and Georgia peach to Texas chai and strawberry passion. Mix and match to your heart's content to find your favorite combo. And with tons of premium fresh brewed coffee drinks and crave-worthy snacks to choose from, there's plenty of real refreshment no matter what you're craving. H2O, welcome to your happy place. Slide, shoot, score, and more with us at Children's Health Star Center's Hockey and Skating Academies. Whether a pro or a rookie, we've got programs for all skill levels to help your child progress in hockey or figure skating. For more information, visit DallasStars.com/StarCenters.
This is Dallas Stars Hockey on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310.
The Ticket!
I am dubbing Thomas Harley an attack enhancer, and it's his goal, the difference in the game here with $1:14 to go in the opening period. Stars up 2-1 on the Winnipeg Jets. Man, what a run he has had. What a valuable component for the Stars with Miro Heiskanen still out of the lineup. Been almost 3.5 months now without Heiskanen, and he has all but filled that void.
He tied for 6th in the regular season of defenseman goal scoring with 16. So you add the 3 here, and he's sitting on the verge of 20. What an incredible asset. The Jets have the puck in the final minute here. First period, 2-1. Dallas with the lead. That Harley goal, the difference. It's spun in deep by Connor. Behind the net, Scheifele, left wing circle, and it got away from Connor. And Duchesne back for Marchment. Stars take the line. Sagan back for Duchesne, and the reach poked it off his skates and then cleared ahead for Velarde. Scheifele accelerates down the right side, flipped up, tough play, bouncing puck. Velarde managed to keep it inside the blue line. Odger active behind the net to play it. The Stars Marchment flings it in front of the benches. There's some time for Wyatt Johnston as he curls across center ice. With 13 seconds left in the period, put it on net. Forced Hellebuck to hang on, and that'll get the Stars an attack zone draw after a little milling about, and the teams have to be separated.
Nita Ryder and Ben back together again, and the little nod in behind all of that. It's interesting looking at two incredibly important guys offensively for the Stars in the playoffs, especially here on home ice. Neither guy is tallied here in the first period, but Mikko Rantanen and Wyatt Johnston have combined for 7 goals at home, and heading into this Game 3, the rest of the team had scored 8. They are carrying the load. They're getting some help tonight.
10.8 left in the period. Johnston on this faceoff. And clean win by his opposition, Lowry. Got it out to center ice. Only 6 seconds left. Dumped in. And the Stars get to it. Burn off the final ticks. Horn sounds. That's a good first period for Dallas in their return back to American Airlines Center. The early power play goal from Hintz, the late goal from Harley, sandwiched in between Connor, has Winnipeg on the board. It's 2-1.
You know, outside of the penalties and a face-off lost, and they didn't lose very many in that open period. I believe they went 11 for 16. That's pretty good. But they lose one, and it cost them in that opening period, the only goal that the Jets were able to score. And for me, that was a superb period. On home ice, they got the crowd involved almost immediately. But beyond that, it was how they played. They have their skating legs. Their puck pressure game was on point. They gave the Jets all kinds of fits in their zone in the opening 20 minutes. So a little more of that, or a lot more of that for 2 more periods, and they'll take a lead in this series.
Yeah, 2-1 the score. It's basically the ratios, too. The shots 11-6 favoring Dallas. The hits 16-8 favoring Dallas, and that certainly wasn't the case up in Winnipeg. They came out and they played like they recognized the importance of a game that's still relatively early in the series, but a chance to keep the home ice advantage that they stole. So 2-1, Dallas has the lead. Razor, before we hand it back to the guys, anything specific that the Jets, from their standpoint, they're going to look at and think that they got away from, or it was just too much that the Stars did right?
Well, if you think back to Game 2, and they played terrific on home ice and needed to, coming off the loss in Game 1. They wanted to play with the puck a little more, have some poise with the puck. The problem for them, and it's continued through the first 2 games and now a period, is they rarely start with the puck. Their face-off ability is so poor that they're constantly chasing the Stars off the drop of the puck all over the ice. So they're going to want a little more time with the puck. The Stars didn't allow it, though. I thought they had them off balance and hustled them all over the ice. Every area of American Airlines Center, it didn't look like they had a ton of time and space. It was that goofy play off the draw where they ripped one off Ottinger's head and then had the Stars scrambling for really one of the few times in the period. And I'm sure they'll talk about trying to get a little more of that. It starts from face-offs, and they didn't win any.
Stars with the 2-1 lead. This is the first of 2 straight games this series in Dallas. A reminder, the tickets for the second round of the 2025 Stanley Cup Playoffs, they're on sale, so you can be here for all the action. Stars and Jets Game 4 will be Tuesday night at 7 p.m. You can be in the building and experience the incredible atmosphere here at American Airlines Center. It's Texas playoff hockey. Secure your tickets at DallasStars.com. Coming up next, it is Michael Dixon, Bruce Levine. They've got your Kia first intermission report, so don't go anywhere. Stars lead it 2-1 at first intermission here on The Ticket.
Hello, this is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is. We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. Now through June 2nd, we have a great selection of Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, and more.
Right, your summer starts here. I'm a pet sitter, and business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas. Stop the bash, Darren. Goldie is not dinner. Right, your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
Toyota, let's go places.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Estimate based on your neighborhood average and individual results may vary.
When I saw how high my property tax bill was, I was shocked. We couldn't afford this. But I discovered Ownwell. Ownwell reduced my property taxes and saved me over $1,000.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be protested and they can be reduced. But instead of filing protests yourself and very possibly losing your appeal, Ownwell does it all for you. But hurry, protest deadlines end next week. Ownwell has reduced property taxes for hundreds of thousands of Texans and put money back in their pocket, and you can be one of them. And unlike other companies that take half of whatever you save, Ownwell charges just 25%, and that's only if you save.
Now I don't worry about my property taxes. Ownwell reduces it every year.
Sign up now, free. Don't pay unless you save. But hurry, protest deadlines end next week. Text WIN to 64,000. Text WIN to 64,000. Text WIN to 64,000.
According to the National Highway Traffic Administration, a car or truck accident occurs every minute of the day. The law office of Bailey & Gallion, official law firm sponsor of the Texas Rangers, has been representing injured clients for over 40 years. They can help you get medical treatment with no upfront cost to you. Accidents happen, but when they do, you have the right to seek full and fair compensation for your losses. You want aggressive and experienced personal injury attorneys from Bailey & Gallion. If you've been injured in an accident, call Bailey & Gallion at 800-LAW-OFFICE, 800-LAW-OFFICE, or thetexasattorney.com. Bailey & Gallion has offices in the DFW Metroplex and offices throughout the state of Texas, and now has offices in Arkansas and New Mexico. They also provide phone and Zoom consultations for your convenience. Again, if you've been injured in an accident, call 800-LAW-OFFICE, 800-LAW-OFFICE, and work with official law firm sponsor of the Texas Rangers, Bailey & Gallion, thetexasattorney.com.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can can save you thousands if you qualify. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Learn to skate at your local Children's Health Star Center with the Dallas Stars Try Skating for Free program. All new skaters ages 4 to adult can receive 2 free 30-minute sessions of instruction on consecutive Saturdays. Call 214-GO-SKATE or visit DallasStars.com/StarCenters. Children's Health is the official pediatric home of Dallas Stars fans. Every day, Children's Health is pushing the boundaries of what incredible care for children looks like. From groundbreaking research to technological innovations, Children's Health is constantly discovering the cutting-edge treatments that lead to greater outcomes. From their relentless care teams to their commitment to every family, Children's Health will stop at nothing to give kids the care they need for the future they deserve. Visit childrens.com to learn more.
This summer's another scorcher, and Ultimate Season Pass from TXU Energy is hitting it out of the park with 50% off energy charges during peak summer and winter, plus more months of automatic savings.
Savings all season long. That'll come in clutch.
Customers can save more than $450 a year.
So when the summer heat goes into extra innings, the savings come in for relief.
More savings. That's a fan favorite.
Ultimate Season Pass is really bringing the heat.
I think you mean cool. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Visit TXU.com for more information. Rep number 10004.
The Stars are taking a breather between periods, but we keep taking shifts. It's Michael Dixon and Bruce Levine on the Dallas Stars Intermission Report. Brought to you by Kia on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket.
Well, the Stars lead the Jets 2-1 after one period from the American Airlines Center. Round 2, Game 3. This series tied at 1 game apiece. The Intermission Show brought to you by your DFW Kia dealers. Visit Kia.com to discover movement that inspires. I'm Michael Dixon. He's Bruce Levine. We're on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket. Bruce, a special teams goal from the Stars, a goal that didn't have Mikko Rantanen on the score sheet, so some of the guys chipping in, and hard to have many problems at all with the first 20 from Dallas.
No, it was an excellent first period of play, except for one wraparound by Kyle Connor, but otherwise Dallas spent time in the zone of the Winnipeg Jets. The forecheck was excellent. Dallas out-hit Winnipeg 16-8 in the first period. We talked about getting pucks in deep and making Winnipeg have to pay the price to get out of the zone. Dallas did that in the first. It was an excellent first 20 minutes for Dallas. Got to keep it up for another 40.
All right, well, the recap and highlights brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Dallas Stars. Scoring started early. It was almost a mirror image of Game 2 when Tyler Seguin took the double minor for high sticking. In this game, a couple of early penalties on the Jets, and Nino Niederreiter takes a single minor, a minor penalty at 22 seconds of period at number 1. So the Stars go to the power play, and it takes some time. In fact, they don't actually cash in on that power play because it was later in the man advantage. The Mikko Rantanen made a nice move on Josh Morris. He tripped him up. The Stars had 5 seconds of 5-on-3 time. So right after the 5-on-3 expired, 5-on-4, the Stars still on the man advantage, and they take a 1-0 lead.
Right wing side, Stars Hintz with a tip, score! Rope Hintz, the tip from between the dots. The Stars take advantage of the early penalties. Less than 2.5 in, they've opened the scoring in Game 3.
So that at 2:27 on the power play. Hintz is 5th from Rantanen and Harley, 1-0 Dallas.
Nothing real fancy about this. Mikko Rantanen has the puck at the right point, sends the pass through the middle, about 15 feet out. Rope Hintz with the high deflection, and it goes between the arm and the body of Connor Hellebuck. It's Hockey 101, and the Dallas Stars have a 1-0 lead. More importantly for Dallas, for the second time in the postseason, they score first in a playoff game. That's only been done one time before. That was Game 5 against Colorado. That game ended well for Dallas. This game starts well for Dallas. Oh, by the way, Mikko Rantanen assisting or scoring on 13 consecutive Stars goals with that primary helper.
And he already had the record. The previous record was 9. So Mikko Rantanen continued what was a historic run. The Jets did get back into, or at least back even, about midway through. And fortunate bounce off the inboards, but still very dangerous player on the other end. And at 9:53, the Jets tied at 1.
Shot by Velarde, spun around off the draw. Save made Odger, then a rebound changeup. Wraparound score, Kyle Connor. He beat a lunging Odger to the near post. Boy, it just felt chaotic right off the faceoff. And Connor has tied the game for Winnipeg.
Connor's fifth from Velarde at 9:53, 1-1.
And here's where one of the little things comes back to haunt you. Right before this faceoff in the Star zone, Cody Ceci ices the puck for no reason, and then the Stars lose the faceoff in their own zone afterwards. Velarde's shot goes wide, but Kyle Connor gets to the puck first, comes to the near side, and Ottinger can't get right to left in time. That's a 1-1 game. You cannot let Kyle Connor have chances like that.
Now, the Stars had to then kill a penalty that Jamie Benn took, but back the other way. Mikhail Granlund gets tripped up. A penalty was coming, but the Stars didn't need that because at 15-12, when the delayed call upcoming, the Stars take a 2-1 lead.
Mikhail Granlund, he gets tripped in a penalty. Winnipeg, Stars still on the attack. Harley, he scores! Thomas Harley says, forget the power play, we'll take the lead instead. 2-1, Dallas back in front.
Harley's third from Granlund and Steele at 15-12, and the Stars take the lead.
What a great play. Mikhail Granlund gets the puck, knocks the puck out of midair at center ice while still killing the penalty, carries the puck into the zone on the left side, tries to go around the net, gets tripped, still controls the puck, centers it to Harley, who snaps it home past Hellebuck for a 2-1 lead. It ends Rantanen's streak, but the Stars have now scored 14 consecutive goals, with a Finn getting the goal or the assist. And for the Dallas Stars, leading after one, big against a Winnipeg team that likes to play from in front.
Intermission show brought to you by DFW Kia Dealers. Visit Kia.com to discover movement that inspires. 2-1, the Stars lead after 20. More coming your way next. This is Stars Hockey on the Ticket.
Slide, shoot, score, and more with us at Children's Health Star Center's Hockey and Skating Academies. Whether a pro or a rookie, we've got programs for all skill levels to help your child progress in hockey or figure skating. For more information, visit DallasStars.com/StarCenters.
At PNC Bank, an official partner of the Dallas Stars, we've always taken a boring approach to handling your money. Not only is it smart, it's reliable. And why would we ever want to be unreliable with anyone's money? Some of those customers could be big, tough hockey players who gladly give up their teeth for a win. Oh, that's gonna hurt. But really, we just think boring is the smartest way to help ensure your money's there for exciting things in life. Like intentionally placing your body in front of a frozen rubber puck traveling at 100 miles per hour. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Stars fans, every player that has ever skated onto the ice has had a dream. To be a champion, Ford has been a part of making those dreams come true. With every drive to hockey practice and travel to every road game, Ford F-Series, the 48-year leader, and Ford SUVs have carried us forward. That's why Ford is a proud sponsor of the Dallas Stars and proud sponsor of a dream. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Sometimes a situation arises where you have to take your best shot. Criminal defense, serious injury, wrongful death. Hi, I'm Chris Lewis. When you need to take your best shot, there's one name to remember. Chris Lewis & Associates, your law firm for criminal defense and catastrophic injury. Don't let a conviction or severe injury destroy your life. When you have one shot, make it your best. Let us fight for you. Call 214-444-1000 or visit lewisdefense.com.
If you're a Dallas Stars fan, you know all about winning. That's why you'll feel right at home at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. Start your night off with a victory of your own in our state-of-the-art poker room. Grab a front row seat to an epic concert or sit back and catch the big game in our amazing sports bar. Come discover your next win at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Dallas Stars.
Stepping into the Kia K4 or K5 isn't just getting behind the wheel of any average sedan. It's stepping into what's next. With a K4, it's stepping into a world that's exciting. With a K5, it's one that's bold. The Kia K4 and K5, the next movement for sedans. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more.
Kia, movement that inspires. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Need some real refreshment? Good news! HTO is open now across DFW. Dive into dozens of flavors of real delicious fresh brewed iced tea. From coconut and Georgia peach to Texas chai and strawberry passion. Mix and match to your heart's content to find your favorite combo. And with tons of premium fresh brewed coffee drinks and crave-worthy snacks to choose from, There's plenty of real refreshment no matter what you're craving. HTO, welcome to your happy place.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for entrepreneurs to stop dreaming and start doing, for gig workers to become business owners, for small businesses to go toe-to-toe with the big dogs. At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity beyond bank accounts. We're providing free office space, free advertising, free competitive research, and more to help small businesses do more with less. To learn more, visit Comerica.com/succeed. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
At PNC Bank, an official partner of the Dallas Stars, we've always taken a boring approach to handling your money. Not only is it smart, it's reliable. And why would we ever want to be unreliable with anyone's money? Some of those customers could be big, tough hockey players who gladly give up their teeth for a win. Oh, that's gonna hurt. But really, we just think boring is the smartest way to help ensure your money's there for exciting things in life. Like intentionally placing your body in front of a frozen rubber puck traveling at 100 miles per hour. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Michael Dixon and Bruce Levine have Instant Stars Hockey HSOs during this intermission report. Brought to you by Kia on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Tick.
Just about ready for the second period. The Stars lead the Jets 2-1. Rope Hintz on the power play opened the scoring. Kyle Connor tied it midway through. And Thomas Harley, late in the first period, has given the Stars a 2-1 lead. We'll be back for the second intermission, but let's go back to Josh and Razor.
Thanks very much, Michael. And yeah, that part of a 2-point period for Thomas Harley and a very solid period for the Dallas Stars. They've updated the shot totals. 10-8 is how it stands right now. Anyway you slice it, it's the 20 minutes.
Thank God I put my shots down in pencil, Josh.
It is. We learned that a long time ago. It is the period that Dallas wanted to have, and they hope it's the springboard to 40 more minutes looking a lot like that.
It's almost comical, too. Although Mikko Rantanen wasn't directly involved in the Harley goal, he was on the ice for it. He's been on the ice for, 13 in a row, 14 in a row now. It's crazy what he has produced for this team. I was looking before the game, like that is an insane record to have, and have it grow as large. What he went to 13 straight goals for the Stars that he either scored or assisted on. Mario Lemieux is second at 9.
Yeah. There is one man in the double-digit club in the postseason. Stars control as the puck is dropped here. Second period, we are underway. 2-1, Dallas has the lead. And it is cleared by Morrissey out to center ice. Niederreiter had to touch up for the Jets. The Stars keep the puck moving and slid out towards center. Remember, Mason Appleton took that puck up high. He's on the ice right now as this second begins. Back to grab it is DeMello. He'll feed it ahead. And Appleton has company and Lowry across the line. A trailer is well fed to Niederreiter. He shoots and found the back glass as the third man into the zone for Winnipeg.
He should not have been that open. The Stars line, the Duchesne line, should have been able to get back on him. He was the late guy. The bigger concern was Lowry as he was motoring toward the net.
So the Stars dodge one early on in the opening minute of the second period. Flipped ahead by Dallas. Poked by Rantanen. First to it, Rope Hintz. And then over for Rantanen. Granlund is at the net front. Boy, was that some kind of play that Granlund made after drawing the penalty and then finding Harley for that go-ahead goal. Rantanen on the right side, up to the blue line where it's swiped on the backhand by Lindell. Pionk got there, unable to clear. Nice work with the feet, Lindell, to hold the zone. And Granlund side of the net, dropped it off in front, and Sandberg was in the way to pick it off. Back come the Jets, Kyle Connor, the chip and chase. Winnipeg's goal scorer in the game. Helped dislodge it from Ottinger behind the Dallas net. And hustled down in the corner defensive zone by the Stars. They don't clear. Away from Scheifele, poked by Lindell. Hintz, second effort, able to get it deep around Colin Miller. Jets have it out of their zone. There's room for Hayden Fleury. He'll feed it for Ehlers. And first to the puck in the corner was Harley. Unable to get it around the Mesnikov. Miller to keep at the right point. Sends it wide. Mesnikov fighting off some contact, but then overskated the puck. Harley was right there, and he's able to use the boards and clear.
I like that play from defenseman. He shoved him into Ottinger, sort of used Ottinger and the net to disrupt his forechecking.
They blow this play down, and the linesman in front of the Stars bench got hit with the puck and then wound up doing the splits afterwards.
Jesse Marquis over there and still not back up. Whether he just got nailed on the nerve on his knee or if it's something else. An awkward play. You see the Stars in behind all arguing, oh, why'd you blow that down? They don't care about the stripes. Not at all. They're replaying on television that rush chance for Niederreiter, and Duchesne and Marchment both, somebody should have been able to get him and not allow that shot that went high and wide.
Looked like that shot just grazed the outside of the post, and it was Marquis Ever after he got hit in a vulnerable spot. You were mentioning the Stars were complaining. Well, isn't that the life of the official? Because the Jets were doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, they don't care.
Like just getting filled in
it's
for
like,
both
suck it
sides.
Up, zebra.
Like that is.
Face-off should be there. Play should be going there.
That is what it's like to wear stripes in a nutshell. Glad to see he's all right. Play goes on as Dallas goes back to work. Flipped in deep. And Blackwell in the corner. Dug out by Evgeny Dodonov. Dodonov pestered the entire way near the point, and then eventually it's punched out to center. Stepping in front of Barron was Petrovic. Bischel hit by two Jets. Still used the size and length to get the puck free, only to have it turned over by Dallas. Tanev wraps it behind the net. Petrovic stole it there for Blackwell and cleared by Dallas. Re-entrance from the Jets. Alex Iafallo, former LA King, ridden off by Blackwell. Iafallo on the edge of the trapezoid. Now Bischel for Sam Steele. Steele credited with that second assist on the Harley go-ahead goal. Dodonov, right wing circle. Dodonov cuts, shot, and saved by Hellebuck. He hangs on to it and freezes. 16:31 left in the second.
It's a good little play by Dodonov. Just a subtle little shift laterally to get into shooting position and then wire it through some bodies, multiple bodies going toward the front of the net. I think one of them was Petrovic, the defenseman, cruising through there. I think the Stars' forechecking game so far in this game has been phenomenal. They have given the Jets all kinds of fits, trying to get out of their own zone clean and quickly.
Winnipeg controls the defensive zone draw. Pionk up ahead, springs down the right side. Pass intended for Niederreiter is broken up by the Stars. Now Sandberg off of Niederreiter, slowed down, and then hustled by Lowry. Got it off the stick of Ottinger, then nudged along by a few different players before eventually Niederreiter calms it down. Got caught and spun off the play by Marchment. The Stars go the other direction. Tipped in by Sagan. The defenseman Ceci crashes along with Sagan down low. Trying to get possession back for the Stars. Ceci will. After a car crash in trapezoid, shot by Harley, and that deflected off bodies to the corner. Pionk hustling after it. Stick lift by Duchesne. Pionk fought through it. Reversed it to the point, and it just did get over Harley. So a reset from center and wound in by Ilya Lyubushkin. Nice spin off the boards. Rantanen a backhand and pestered. His stick was met right as he tried to shoot. To center ice it goes where Ilya Lyubushkin has it. Pass to the left.
Stars have been able to outchange them a bit here.
And they're back in. Snapshot by Hintz, saved by Hellebuck. The loose puck on the right side wall. Lyubushkin hustles his way down, gets met underneath the hash marks where it is clogged up.
Stars don't want to whistle here. Sandberg and Pionk, the two defensemen, have been out there for a while.
The referee is urging them to move that, and it does get moved, but it's the Jets who control. Velarde can get to center, doesn't dump it in from there, but then eventually touched and whistled offside, so the Jets can reorganize.
Sandberg had been out there for well over a couple of minutes, so it appears as though Pete DeBoer is sick Duchesne, Sagan, and Marchment on their checking line, that Lowry line, and it's freed things up for Mikko and Rope Hintz and Mikhail Granlund here tonight. That was a hard match in Winnipeg and a tough one. They're an outstanding trio.
Dallas wins this face-off. Jamie Benn out there to take it. He's with Johnston and Robertson on this line. Benn almost stopped the puck as Hellebuck tried to play it around him. And the Jets fight their way through, get it to center. Morrissey dumps one in. Josh Morrissey in his return in Game 2 led all Jets in ice time, about 22 and a half minutes. Up to the right point, DeMello in the save. Through everybody. Ottinger is easily able to track it and hang on to it.
Yeah, no problem whatsoever on that one. The shots are going to be interesting to watch here. Stars generated 39 shots in Game 2 here against Colorado, and that's looking like an aberration in these playoffs. They've been under 30 in each of the other 8 games, 19, 24, and 21 in their last 3 games. And for the moment, they're at a dozen here. We'll see whether that gets subtracted or added to. You never know.
Maybe at the end of the series we can officially close the books.
Sometime in the summer we'll get the official number.
The audit is coming.
Because of gambling.
Stars control on the defensive end line. Oh, but think about all the fun we've had.
Not really.
All of that. Dylan DeMello gets.
I'll tell you who's not having any fun are the goaltenders and their save percentages. That's who's not having fun.
That's like watching a market report. Sometimes it's up and sometimes it's down. Here's Granlund, winds and fires. Just missed the net. Glove down by Dallas. Hintz reloads across. Lindell fanned a bit. Managed to hold the zone, though. And on the right side, Cody Ceci hustles after it. Off of bodies and then taken back by Scheifele. Dribbling puck up out to center ice. Scheifele is on it there. Mark Scheifele for the Jets. Up to the point, now Fleury. Twisted in deep for Gabe Velarde. Started to have a repetitive impact on the score sheet after returning from injury. Stars steal it though, and Mikko Rantanen will lift from center and head across for a wholesale change.
It's their top line out there, the Jets, and they tried to get it interior. No room there. Tons of green jerseys in the slot in front of Ottinger.
The dump in, and first to it is Bischel, and the Stars third of the ice. And then Dallas ices it as they send it down the sheet. We have played 7:02 of this second period, still 2-1 Stars.
Yeah, Dallas isn't giving up much here. I've loved their aggressive forechecking game. Your best defending is done in the other team's zone, and Bischel and Colin Miller were having words with one another as they twirl around here prior to this draw to the right of Ottinger.
He stares that side as Nemesnikov and Blackwell on the draw, and it's won again by the Stars, who have controlled the dots pretty much throughout the first 2.5 games of this series. Winnipeg tosses in Perfetti, but his tip hit his own bench and out of play. So we step aside, 12:46 left in the second. Score hasn't shifted here in the middle frame. It's the Stars 2, Jets 1, Game 3 between the two best in the Central here on the ticket.
This summer's another scorcher. An ultimate season pass from TXU Energy is hitting it out of the park with 50% off energy charges during peak summer and winter, plus more months of automatic savings.
Savings all season long. That'll come in clutch.
Customers can save more than $450 a year.
So when the summer heat goes into extra innings, the savings come in for relief.
More savings. That's a fan favorite.
Ultimate season pass is really bringing the heat.
I think you mean cool. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Visit TXU.com for more information. Rep number 10004.
Are your eyes not focusing like they used to?
Are you having a hard time reading fine print?
Are you finding it difficult to drive at night?
Let us give you clear sight, often for life.
Custom lens replacement can give you pristine vision.
And you'll never get cataracts. Isn't science wonderful?
Custom lens replacement costs more than LASIK.
But it fixes things LASIK cannot fix.
And in barely a blink, you'll be back to doing what you love.
If you have cataracts, custom lens replacement can make your vision pristine again.
ClearSight does not sell eyeglasses.
We perform LASIK for those who need LASIK.
And custom lens replacement for people with problems that LASIK cannot fix.
You'll stand up from our chair with a profound sense of wonder.
I'm Dr. Luke.
I'm Dr. Anna. And you're just a short drive away from seeing life the way it was meant to be seen.
We're not finished until you're happy.
Clearsight.com. At Clearsight, we do it right.
Clearsight.com. Stars hockey on the ticket.
The ticket.
Good to have you along on a Mother's Day Sunday at American Airlines Center. Stars and the Jets. Dallas up 2-1. They played 7 minutes of the second period. They've combined for 3 shots here in the middle frame, so a little more circumspect than what we witnessed in the opening period. From the Jets' perspective, they're probably just trying to kill the second period. They've been outscored 13-7 in middle periods in the playoffs.
They drop the puck at center ice, and Jamie Benn controls it. Third pair out there for the Stars with Petrovic and Bischel, with this Johnston line flanked by Benn and Robertson. Ottinger comes way out to get it in front of Iafallo. Through center ice, pawed down by Johnston, but not cleanly. Morgan Barron in retreat for Winnipeg. And now Sandberg goes back for Pionk. The return to Sandberg just across center. He'll fling it off the back glass. Johnston, as the Jets are changing right in front of their bench, taps it ahead, gets it deep. Dallas mixes in a partial switch as well. Pionk ran into some pressure, unable to get it past the legs of Marchman, who then gets cleaned out by Sandberg on a check. It gives space for Winnipeg to walk it to center. Niederreiter shoots in from there like a shortstop, scooping it off the back wall. Ottinger freezes.
Yeah, they're trying to establish some kind of a territorial game here in the second period, but they're dump and go get it. The dump's been there, but the Stars' retrievals and their ability to get out of their own zone has been much, much better. And there are a lot of conversations going on between players after whistles. Appleton and Duchesne were jawing at one another as they circled around here. And, you know, I think we were talking about this before the game a little bit, that you get an afternoon game after the travel. It was a long day of travel yesterday and the game, late games in Winnipeg. And sometimes you either get just wild, unfettered 6-5 games, or it gets, locked down in the granularity. And I think we're seeing the latter here this afternoon.
Puck drop won by the Jets in the Star zone. An angled pass. Morrissey winds up on Ehlers' blade along the perimeter of the rink. And behind the net, the Stars take over. Short pass. Sagan with the chip and exits the zone.
Such good work by those two defensemen, Petrovic and Harley, out there to just kill the play.
Wide, DeMello with a shot, change directions, and the Stars will counter 3-on-2. Right side, Duchesne across the line. Duchesne working to the left. Shot saved by Hellebuck. Boy, was there just room that opened up for him.
Yeah, they fully capitulated. I think Ehlers was the closest guy to Duchesne. He just dropped back and basically covered nobody. Good stop.
Duchesne has 4 helpers in this postseason, still looking for his first goal after a dynamite point-per-game regular season for Dallas. Down the left wing side, it's Scheifele. Fed it across in the right circle, and a good stick by Marchman out to block that bid from Connor, who grabs it, doesn't allow an exit of the zone. Velarde off the board. Sagan had position, uses the window, and clears. Sandberg, the long stretch pass. The Jets are back in. Scheifele gets dislodged. Lindell never let him loose. And now with speed down the left wing, it's Mikhail Granlund trying to take on Sandberg, who played it well.
Good luck. He is a talented young rear guard.
That's a name that people are going to know for quite a long time. He had himself a breakout season in Winnipeg. Right side, the Jets now on the attack. Kyle Connor flips it off of bodies in on Ottinger. He had to be alert, and he was held and covered.
They've had some looks in the game. Their top line, and obviously Connor with the goal for them. You're talking about Matt Duchesne. He hasn't scored a goal in his last 15 playoff games. In 28 Stanley Cup playoff games with Dallas, 2 goals and 8 assists for 10 points. It's been odd to see his offensive impact drift that much. Of course, scored a rather monumental goal in Colorado last spring. They don't ask how many, just how big.
He hit 30 in the regular season. One of a few different stars that part of that 30-goal club. It is the Jets. Send it down into the corner. Lowry back up to the right point. Swung to Morrissey. Nice little fake on Blackwell. Then angled to the right and scored. What a play by Josh Morrissey. Set up Nino Niederreiter. And that is what Morrissey brings when he's back in the lineup. A highlight reel setup for the game-tie goal.
He is such a complete, and obviously the sapient nature of his overall puck play and what he sees, and that there are a lot of guys that would not be able to tuck that. They draw the defenseman way up top. Harley's out there, the Stars scrambling around in their man-on-man, and they got out of position. Just a little shift into the interior of the ice and then lays it perfectly for Niederreiter, who has turned into a goal-scoring machine for them. That's now 4 goals in the last 6 games for him.
And this one for the second time in Game 3 has the score all square. Now Barron, Jets back on the attack, fed for Tanev, blocked right back to him. They'll keep it to the left wing side.
It was Rope Hintz who dropped into the slot and blocked that one.
Morrissey with back-to-back games with assists since his return. Shot flung wide. You can see this is a good follow-up shift by the Jets. Shot in the arm after the game-tying goal. Iced by Dallas. They won't be able to change.
Man, he is such an important player for them. You know, didn't play Game 1, came back in Game 2, impacted things. You mentioned the minutes that he played, 22 and a half is regular. He's the QB on their power play. Stars still waiting feverishly for the news that Miro Heiskanen's jumping back in.
Today was not the day as Morrissey with a sharp angle shot stopped by Ottinger. The designation continues day to day.
Need game time decision. We need those 3 words.
I think it was Vin Scully who said of day to day, aren't we all? And yeah, that continues on as it's iced here by Winnipeg. The Stars, it's so impressive what they've done without him, but you can only imagine what that boost would be. Stars have seen the opposition get it a few times.
Well, the opposition here this afternoon has started to get to their sort of controlling, slow the game down a little bit, grind game, and it's fed them tying the game at 2.
This fight for possession back in the Jet zone. Miller spun around by Ben. Nemesnikov one-handed, jumping the route. Esa Lindell. Then Ben got hit high by Miller. Both referees looking at it. Ben pops back up. Both referees were staring at it and almost looked like they were motioning to blow the play down just to check on Ben, but the arm never close to going up. Play goes on as Ehlers fires it off the corner and the Jets change. Cody Ceci starts it out. Lindell and then off of Marchment. Connor Hellebuck shovels it off the back wall, but becomes a turnover. Then Pionk steals it back for Winnipeg. Here come the Jets through center ice. Flip to Connor on the left wing. His pass got through everyone, turned into a shot, and turns into the stoppage as Ottinger hangs on. We've moved into the second half of Game 3, and the seesaw is level, both in the series and in the game. It's Stars 2, Jets 2. We're back after this on The Ticket.
Hey P1s, it's Ryan Baldwin. There's a lot going on around the house right now with a new baby and 4 pets, so trying to get the floors clean is a nightmare. So we turn to our heroes at ZeroRez. ZeroRez uses a chemical-free cleaning solution that's non-toxic to pets and children and made our floors look brand new again. And it leaves no residue behind, no slimy or greasy tile floors, no crunchy carpets, just a home that looks, smells, and feels refreshed, and it's a home that I look forward to returning to every day. But it's not just floors. You can get your air ducts cleaned as well from ZeroRez. Get all that dust and allergens out of your system for better air quality for you and your loved ones in your home. Call 214-372-5326 or go online at ZeroResDallas.com and see for yourself what happens when you ZeroResify your home.
With the end of the school year and hosting the graduation party on the calendar, take advantage of the May special at ZeroRez. Mention The Ticket and get 3 rooms cleaned for only $109 and get $75 off your air duct cleaning.
Spell it forward, spell it backwards. Either way, it spells the same. It's it's Zero Res.
Dallas Stars hockey on the ticket.
The Ticket!
3,307 more fans, mostly draped in victory green, packed into American Airlines Center today for what they hope is another home victory from the guys in victory green. And we're knotted at 2, just past the midway point of game number 3 of this best-of-7 series, tied at 1 apiece, and it just feels like you got these two big boys of the Central Division. They play similar games. The proximity on the scoreboard is likely to be close for most of these games in this series, and that's the way it sits here right now.
Thomas Harley with a goal, Josh Morrissey the assist on the 2 most recent tallies. We've talked so much about that Four Nations experience. It was actually Morrissey's absence that opened the door for Thomas Harley in that championship game against the U.S. Morrissey was sick. That's what left the spot open. Harley took it well, and the rest is history. Shot by Robertson at the other end. The save made by Hellebuck. In the corner. Robertson is there as the Jets work their way out through center.
Cross-check by Ben on DeMello. Got away with it.
Connor hits Lindell. Puck taken by the Jets. A backhanded saved. Ottinger on the doorstep, denied Velarde on a broken play.
Yeah, it was one of those, it would be a puck luck play if you're Winnipeg. It would be bad luck if you're Dallas. Puck's in behind the net. Stars had 3 guys around the puck with Connor, and then it just sort of rattled off skates and shin pads and popped straight to Velarde on his backhand. Instead of trying to shovel it upstairs, he shoveled it right in. Credited with the game-winning goal in that 4-0 Game 2 victory for the Jets.
Jets control the draw. Pionka drive saved by Ottinger. The rebound chance by Lowry. Didn't get much that he wanted on it. The other end, Marchment 1-on-2. Nice move. Going down, and the save made by Hellebuck. Marchment smashes his stick against the backboards in frustration. What a dazzling move that was. Now it's Sagan. Marchment had a dazzler in the only regular season victory that Dallas had over Winnipeg in the 4 games. It was in this building. You might remember that spinorama goal that stood as the game winner, broke a tie in the 3rd period. Pionk, cross ice exit for Lowry, who's into the Star zone and fed it in front. Little out of the reach of Nino Niederreiter. One-handed in front of the Jets bench. Stars with it and some space. Petrovic softly feathered it in. Steele races past the roadblock of Fleury, and Rantanen pursuing Iafallo lifts the stick, pick the pocket, and keeps possession for the Stars. Left point shot got blocked, and here come the Jets.
This is another one of these double shifts for Mikko Rantanen with the Stars' 4th line.
That's how they scored 2 of their 3 goals in Game 1 up in Winnipeg, with Mikko, of course, getting both as part of his hat trick. Dallas out of their zone. Ilya Lyubushkin accelerating before handing off to the left. Dadonov tapped it deep, hops over the bench for a change. Nikolai Ehlers back the other way, no wasted time. Perfetti lays it to the corner, intended for Ehlers, got erased by Harley, and it's the Stars' turn. Transition hockey here late in the 2nd period. 5:49 and counting remaining in the middle frame, 2-2. The Jets, though, grab this puck, and then Perfetti belted by Ben, who has it fed across. Ceci, and it's gloved ear high. The left hand by Connor Hellebuck after the setup from Ben and the shot from Ceci. Hellebuck with one of his best so far in this series. Keeps it 2-2, 5:37 left in the 2nd. We're back after this on the ticket.
This is Chris Lewis of Chris Lewis & Associates. Sometimes it pays to have a star on your team, like when you're accused of a serious crime or become the victim of a severe injury due to negligence. Events like these can destroy the life you've built unless you take fast action. Reach out to lewisdefense.com or call 214-444-1000. Let us fight for you. That's lewisdefense.com, your star team for criminal defense and serious injury representation.
Need some real refreshment? Good news! H2O is open now across DFW. Dive into dozens of flavors of real delicious fresh brewed iced tea. From coconut and Georgia peach to Texas chai and strawberry passion. Mix and match to your heart's content to find your favorite combo. And with tons of premium fresh brewed coffee drinks and crave-worthy snacks to choose from, there's plenty of real refreshment no matter what you're craving. H2O, welcome to your happy place.
Hello, this is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is. We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. Now through June 2nd, we have a great selection of Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, and more.
Right, your summer starts here. I'm a pet sitter, and business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas. Stop the bass, Darren. Goldie is not dinner. Right, your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
Toyota, let's go places.
The Stars on the ticket.
The ticket!
Stars getting back to their sort of dump and go get it aggressive forechecking game, and just about paid off for them. They had two really good chances in the last few minutes. That rush from Mason Marchment, and then that point-blank ripper from Cody Ceci, the defenseman. Connor Hellebuck's left hand said no.
The Jets win the restart draw and start to work out of their zone. Ahead for Sandberg off of his stick, made it to Lowry, contacted by Labushkin. Right back near the two of them, popped loose for Appleton, walks it towards the slot. Nodger had to fight that one off and send it up and out of play.
It sounded like it went off of the skinny part of his stick maybe on a long wrist shot. Another one of those little freak plays. Yeah, it did. Right above the blocker. Frustrating save for any shooter when that happens. I like a lot of the way the Stars have played, but this thing's sort of devolving into who can handle the other team's forecheck here late in the second period.
Face off to the glove side of Ottinger after it was the stick side that made the save. It was from where Appleton let it go, and won by the Stars, lifted out. Nice touch on it for Rantanen, trying to claw his way through a pair, and there's going to be a penalty. Rantanen let go of the stick as DeMello was tripped up. Play goes on, arm is up. It's going to be a call against Mikko Rantanen. Hellebuck on the bench, 6-on-5 for Winnipeg. It was a parade to the penalty box back in the opening period, but first call in a while. They're way offside as they cross. And the Stars will turn to their PK for the third time tonight.
Mikko's taken some penalties as a Dallas Star. It was the lob out of the Stars zone, almost fell perfectly. And for Rantanen, he's not trying to do what he did, but his stick ended up between the legs on DeMello as he's trying to chase down that puck. And they call it the can opener. Down went their D-man, off goes Rantanen, accused of tripping. And a rather large penalty kill for the Stars here late in the second.
Stick between the legs was such a league-wide talking point after a Vegas-Edmonton series with the no call in overtime of Game 2. There, Mikko does get sat down. The Jets are 1 for 11 so far in the series, including that 0 for 2 tonight. Kyle Connor through center ice. Fed to the right, then the tended pass back for him. Deflected and turns into a loose puck in the trapezoid, then crawls out to the net front. Stars play keep away, shorthanded. They will bank it all the way down. Blackwell and Steele able to get to the bench and change. Fresh forwards out there in the form of Johnston and Hintz. Ceci and Lindell round out the quartet on the Dallas blue line. The Jets into the attack zone. It is fought for in the corner, spit out. Lindell has room to turn onto the forehand and then bank it all the way down past Velarde.
Man, a lot of heavy lifting from Cody Ceci here on the first part of this penalty kill. Just a big bull of a man that won the puck twice.
Under 4 minutes to play, second period. 2-2 is the score. Jets have the only goal of the middle frame. Stars take it away once more. Steele shoots it from center ice. 2/3 of the way through this Mikko Rantanen penalty. Perfetti given the lane, darts his way in. Right side as the Jets now spread it out. The number 2 power play unit out there. It is Pionk going down to Perfetti. Tapped it to himself in the corner. Left it for Iafallo. Good work by the Stars, but they're unable to clear. Pionk walks in. Wrister off of bodies. Comes to the near side corner. Niederreiter keeps it going. Perfetti awaits and has it. At the right point, almost turned it over. Got it deep, but couldn't keep possession, and it's cleared.
Another incredible kill out of the Stars. Man, their penalty kill has been, it's a weapon.
And it's a penalty kill that concludes as Rantanen is out of the box. 5-on-5 as the Jets go to work. Sandberg feeding a crowded slot. It got through everyone. Granlund head up, looking to get it to center ice. Winds up putting it into the benches out of play with 2:34 left in the second period, tied at 2.
The Stars' penalty kill has been exceptional here in Game 3 and in the playoffs in general. Only Carolina better in the playoffs than them. And look, they've been shorthanded too much. They've 9 times in the 2 games up in Winnipeg. But what a luxury to be able to take penalties and not pay any kind of a price for the most part. They've only surrendered 4 power play goals.
Against 2 just incredible units. Also, Colorado was the best after 4 nations, and the Stars, or I beg your pardon, the Jets, the best overall for the regular season. Winnipeg controls it. They leave it in the corner for Appleton, behind the net for Lowry. Lowry pinned up along the wall, then Bischel steps in and checks as well. Already credited with at least 7 hits. I'm sure that one will get counted. It's going to be a new career high for him, regular season or postseason, in a hit-filled Game 3 so far. Mikko Rantanen on the right wing. Got closed off by Morrissey. Rantanen kept the puck. Then it's off to Mello. Follow-up. Harley hit bodies. Rebound save. Rantanen spins, and he didn't get what he wanted on the backhand. Stars collapsing on the wall. Extending the shift. It's been a good one. Hintz to the corner where Rantanen drives Velarde in. The 2 of them tie up with others as well. Plucked out. Rantanen knocked off balance by Velarde. Managing to keep it along the wall. Now it's in Morrissey's skate. Dislodged by Dallas. Hintz around to the right point. Harley. He'll bank it down towards the corner. Mikael Granlund spun it over to Hintz. Rope Hintz centering feed. Intercepted Connor. Able to chip it to center. Scheifele's on it there. Protecting away from Harley. Fed it back. Here's Velarde, and it was blocked by Ceci. Sandberg first to the puck, and now it's the Jets spreading out on the attack. Right circle, Connor for Scheifele. Kicked in by Marchment, and the Stars go the other way. Marchment knocked down. Play is across the blue line, and Tyler Seguin holds up on the left wing circle. Marchment heads off while it's bounced on net and kicked off by Hellebuck.
What a reflexive stop that was. Puck was going one way, then the other. Stars have semi-outchanged them here right now, but I think both sides are tired.
Long stretch. Sandberg catches, misses the drop pass for Nemesnikov, who spun it back underneath Sandberg. Nikolai Ehlers behind the net. Final seconds here of this second period. Perfetti taps it and taken by the Stars. Duchesne forward for Ben. Across center, a chip and a chase from the captain. 15 seconds left in the period. Hellebuck, and then check thrown by Ben, who mostly caught glass, trying to line up Sandberg. Stars with it, center ice. And then lifted by the Stars, bounce wide of the net. The horn sounds, and 2/3 of Game 3 in the books. All tied at 2. Nino Niederreiter has the only goal of the second period.
Pete DeBoer leaving the Stars bench incensed and giving it to the Stripes about things that have not been called in his eyes here in the second period. And Mason Marchment was filling him in as well. That doesn't help the cause. It really doesn't. And the game got leveled in that second period on the goal from Niederreiter. It is trending toward extra hockey here this afternoon. Stars have had their spurts of really good play. I thought they throttled down a little bit from their just superb first period where they were on it. Their puck hunt was excellent and created off of that. And it's kind of devolved down into a real fairly tight checking, at times animus, Game 3.
Niederreiter's goal was just 7 seconds past the midway point of that second period. It felt like they followed that up, did the Jets, with a couple of very dangerous shifts. They had power plays as well to try and take the lead. The Stars haven't played from behind it all. And that felt like a very critical segment for Dallas, because not only did they get through it, then they started to kind of tilt it back to a level playing field for those final 3 minutes of that second period. And we'll see who blinks when the third period rolls around.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, it's kind of victory for the road guys because of how badly they've been outscored in second periods in the playoffs, and they actually outscored the Stars 1-0. I would lay money the Stars are going to get the next power play in this game, and it might be the difference in the game, but just continuing to chew out referees, whether it's on the ice or in behind the bench, does not help the cause.
Penalties in the game, power plays anyway, are 3-2 favoring the Jets thus far. The Stars, though, have the only power play goal. It's how they open the scoring. Rope Hintz, 2:27 into the hockey game. Fans, a reminder that Victory Club memberships presented by Lexus, they're officially on sale for the 2025-26 season. Securing a membership now offers exclusive benefits like priority access to pre-sales, tickets at a preferred rate, and more. Limited memberships are available. Visit DallasStars.com/victory and don't miss out on your chance to secure yours. We've got the Kia second intermission report. Michael Dixon, Bruce Levine take over next. It's the Stars and the Jets all tied at 2 after 2 here from American Airlines Center on the Ticket.
The best plays happen when the whole team's in sync. And at Baylor Scott & White, the Heart Hospital, heart health is no different. From offense to defense, every move matters. And with nationally ranked heart and vascular care across North Texas, you've got a winning team right here at home. Whether it's an assist, a comeback, or the ultimate hat trick, we're going for your goals. Baylor Scott & White, the Heart Hospital, the power to live better.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Home means something different to everyone. But with Rocket Mortgage, home can mean even more. It can mean a college education, taming your high-interest debt, even a renovation. We've made it easier than ever to use your home equity. That home you worked so hard for, now it can work hard for you. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
LCG, the top recreational developer in Texas, will hold the grand opening of their newest lakefront property called The Landings at Richland Chambers Lake next Saturday, May 17th. 20 new lakefronts will be released to the public for the first time ever, priced from only $89.9. Yes, dockable lakefronts on the third largest lake in Texas, 1 hour from Dallas, from only $90,000. This property features wide paved roads, city water, lakefront park with multi-million-dollar clubhouse, pool, sport courts, boat ramp, and so much more. Come see why Richland Chambers Lake is so popular and why so many call it home. This lakefront grand opening will be held this Saturday, May 17th, with home sites starting from only $19.9. So call now, 800-675-1800. Get out of the city and come see this beautiful lake this Saturday, where lake home sites will be priced from only $20,000. Call 800-675-1800. 800-675-1800.
If your home's over 8 years old, it might be time to upgrade your electrical panel. The electrical panel is the heart of your home.
Keep all your home's electrical systems running smoothly and protect your valuable appliances. Baker Brothers is known for great service, but we also have great deals too. Call Baker Brothers Plumbing, Air, and Electric today. Get a free estimate on a new electrical panel. In most cases, we can be there the same day and we'll call you 45 minutes before we get to your home. Call or visit us online today.
Baker Brothers makes great service fun.
License TEC L33750.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Wendy's has this new Cajun Crunch chicken sandwich. And to be honest, I'm kind of crushing hard on this Sammy. It's packed with bold Cajun flavors and topped with crispy onions for a satisfying crunch. All on Wendy's iconic spicy chicken sandwich. It's honestly kind of my dream sandwich. I hope it likes me back. For a sandwich you'll love, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Hello, this is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is. We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. Now through June 2nd, we have a great selection of Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, and more.
Your summer starts here.
I'm a pet sitter, and business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas.
Stop, Sebastian. Goldie is not dinner. Your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
Toyota, let's go places.
If you're a Dallas Stars fan, you know all about winning. That's why you'll feel right at home at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. Start your night off with a victory of your own in our state-of-the-art poker room. Grab a front row seat to an epic concert, or sit back and catch the big game in our amazing sports bar. Come discover your next win at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Dallas Stars.
Hey everyone, Adney and Verk here to talk about our great podcast, NHL Unscripted with Verk and Demers.
Jason Demers here. After playing 700 NHL games, it turns out I have an opinion or two. Whoever's saying trade one of them, you don't know anything about hockey. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm rooting for this team. With new guests every week, we will talk about hockey and more.
Can't wait till you watch the movie because it's the biggest award of her career.
He went into the cheetah exhibit. The cheetah took a piece out of him, and he came into the ring the next day.
Tune in to NHL Unscripted with Verk and Demers, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Intermission Report, brought to you by Kia on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Well, anyone's game after 40 minutes in round 2, game 3. The Stars and the Jets tied at 2. Michael Dixon, Bruce Levine on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket. And the Intermission Show brought to you by your DFW Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Bruce, a lot of good in this game from the Stars, but Connor Hellebuyck has made some good saves. Both goaltenders have been really tidy for the most part. And unfortunately, as the Stars enter period number 3, they do so in a game that's tied. Had they capitalized on what was another good start, perhaps we'd be talking about something different. But because they don't, next thing you know, the Jets tie it in that second period, and now it's anyone's game in the third.
Well, you didn't think this was going to be easy, do you?
No.
I mean, this is the Stanley Cup playoffs. You're playing against the President's Trophy winners. And one thing about Winnipeg is they do find ways to make capitalization on other teams' mistakes. Dallas hasn't made that many mistakes tonight, but 2 plays have really changed the game for Winnipeg. And, you know, sometimes you got to tip your hat. The Josh Morrissey play was fantastic on the second goal. Dallas is out hitting Winnipeg. They're winning the face-off battle, but it's 2-2. Connor Hellebuyck that we saw in St. Louis does not exist anymore. He's back to being Vezina Hellebuyck, and the Stars are going to have to take his eyes away because everything he's seeing, he is stopping right now. Dallas has got to find a way to get the screens, the rebounds, the deflections. All in all, 2-2 after 2. You would prefer to be in front. This is playoff hockey, and they said before the series, this is going to be like the Vegas series. You scratch, you claw. Every inch of ice is contested, and it comes down to one mistake, one goal, one moment, and that's what we have here tonight.
Recap and highlights brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Dallas Stars. 2-2 after 40, 1 goal in the middle frame. The Jets' goal in the first period came essentially at the midway point in period number 1, and in the second period they scored yet again just about the midway point. This at 10:07, even strength. And again, the Stars led 2-1. The Jets even it back up again.
Back up to the right point, swung to Morrissey. Nice little fake on Blackwell, then angled to the right and scored. What a play by Josh Morrissey. Set up Nino Niederreiter. And that is what Morrissey brings when he's back in the lineup. A highlight reel setup for the game-tying goal.
Niederreiter's fourth from Morrissey and Miller. Bruce, we can talk all about structure and game plan, but sometimes in the Stanley Cup playoffs, because the best players in the world are on the ice, they make world-class plays, and that's exactly what this was from Josh Morrissey.
Yeah, great players make great plays, and Josh Morrissey gets the point, gets the puck at the left point. Dallas has the matchup they want, fourth line and fourth line, but Colin Blackwell is a step behind, tries to step up on Josh Morrissey. Morrissey fakes left, goes right, and basically gets the step on Blackwell. Just basically, it's an ankle breaker. If it was the NBA, you say he broke his ankles. Goes to the middle, and now when you're playing man-to-man defense, this is where it breaks down. Harley comes out, Labushkin come out because they don't want Morrissey locking and loading from 25 to 30 feet out, and as they come out, a path opens to Nino Niederreiter at the right circle. Jake Ottinger has to come out and play the shot. He has to be wary that Morrissey's going to be standing right in the high slot with a clapper if he wants to take it, and instead Ottinger squares up. The defense comes out to take Morrissey, and Morrissey gets it to the right circle where Niederreiter basically has an empty net. Ottinger tries to get over, but Niederreiter is not going to miss from there. It's almost similar to the goal that Wyatt Johnson scored on the power play to give Dallas the game-winning goal in Game 7 against Colorado. It's a 2-2 game. You wondered why. For those of you that are casual fans of the Stars and casual fans of hockey, why Winnipeg wanted Josh Morrissey back in the lineup so much when he missed Game 1. That play shows you the difference that Josh Morrissey can make, and it's a 2-2 game.
All right, the recap and highlights brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Dallas Stars. 2-2 our score after 40 minutes from the American Airlines Center, the Stars and the Jets, and the third game of this second-round series, and the series tied at 1. So a huge 20 minutes coming up.
Dallas is doing a lot of things well tonight. They're out-hitting Winnipeg by a vast margin. They're out-hitting Winnipeg by a count of 33-21. They're winning the face-off circle battle 20-15. That's 57% to 43%. Hellebuck has been strong. Ottinger's been good. Hey, if anybody thought this was going to be easy, this is the Stanley Cup playoffs, and Winnipeg's the presidential trophy winner. This is going to be rough. Just buckle in. It's going to be a heck of a ride.
All right. 2-2 after 40. We've got more coming your way next. This is Dallas Stars Hockey on the Ticket.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The 2025 Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for entrepreneurs to stop dreaming and start doing. For gig workers to become business owners. For small businesses to go toe-to-toe with the big dogs. At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity beyond bank accounts. We're providing free office space, free advertising, free competitive research, and more to help small businesses do more with less. To learn more, visit Comerica.com/succeed. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
Hey, Stars fans, look no further than the Children's Health Star Centers for the coolest birthday party in town. With 4 different packages to choose from, you can find the perfect party that works for any size group. Enjoy private ice time, party rooms, pizza, broom ball, and more for the best party around. So be sure to think of the Children's Health Star Centers for your next birthday or private event. For more information and inquiries, please visit us at dallasstars.com/starcenters. Need some real refreshment? Good news! HTO is open now across DFW. Dive into dozens of flavors of real delicious fresh brewed iced tea. From coconut and Georgia peach to Texas chai and strawberry passion. Mix and match to your heart's content to find your favorite combo. And with tons of premium fresh brewed coffee drinks and crave-worthy snacks to choose from, there's plenty of real refreshment no matter what you're craving. HTO, welcome to your happy place. The best plays happen when the whole team's in sync. And at Baylor Scott & White, the Heart Hospital, heart health is no different. From offense to defense, every move matters. And with nationally ranked heart and vascular care across North Texas, you've got a winning team right here at home. Whether it's an assist, a comeback, or the ultimate hat trick, we're going for your goals. Baylor Scott & White, the Heart Hospital. The power to live better.
Stars fans, every player that has ever skated onto the ice has had a dream. To be a champion, Ford has been a part of making those dreams come true. With every drive to hockey practice and travel to every road game, Ford F-Series, the 48-year leader, and Ford SUVs have carried us forward. That's why Ford is a proud sponsor of the Dallas Stars and proud sponsor of a dream. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
At PNC Bank, an official partner of Dallas Stars, we've always taken a boring approach to handling your money. Not only is it smart, it's reliable. And why would we ever want to be unreliable with anyone's money? Some of those customers could be big, tough hockey players who'd gladly give up their teeth for a win. Oh, that's gonna hurt. But really, we just think boring is the smartest way to help ensure your money's there for exciting things in life. Like intentionally placing your body in front of a frozen rubber puck traveling at 100 miles per hour. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Congratulations to the Stars on a terrific season. I'm looking forward to a long playoff run. Hi, this is Sharon Moore, President and CEO of City Credit Union. If you're looking for a new car or truck, City Credit Union's online application and quick decisioning make it easy. Our loan experts will help you through the entire process, and we do everything online. Get started at citycu.org/apply. City Credit Union is a proud partner of the Dallas Stars.
Certain restrictions apply. Subject to credit approval. See Credit Union for details. Federally insured by NCUA.
School is almost out and soon kids will be home more. Keep them safe with DFW Security. Get video alerts when doors or windows open and monitor the fridge, liquor cabinet, or garage right from your phone. Own a business or traveling this summer? Stay connected with smart cameras and access control. You can't get that kind of peace of mind from a box you order online. DFW Security, professional installation, local service, total confidence, DFWsecurity.com.
DFWsecurity.com. Hear the highlights and keep up with other games around the NHL. This is the Dallas Stars Intermission Report, brought to you by Kia on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket.
Well, it's anyone's game as we go to the third. The Stars and the Jets tied at 2 from the American Airlines Center. And for period number 3, we go back to the guys. Josh Bogaretta, Daryl Razor Ray.
Thanks very much, guys. Yeah, anyone's game indeed. 2-2 the score. The Stars got both of their tallies back in the first. Rope Hintz and Thomas Harley. The Jets, 1 in the first. Connor, 1 in the second. Niederreiter. And it's got a very important Game 3 Razor on the table for the taking.
It's interesting. Chris Rooney, one of the 2 referees over there for a long and animated conversation with Stars head coach Pete DeBoer. And now he's going after the other referee at center ice, Graham Skilleter, as they're planting seeds, I guess, down there. The intermission didn't cool them down. Now Rooney's over talking with Scott Arneal on the other bench. Well, look at the 4 goals that have been scored. It's interesting. Basically, both of Dallas's goals have been special teams. It was a power play goal and then a power play that was pending when Harley scored. And ironically, both of the Jets' goals have come off offensive zone faceoff wins. And that's been a problem for them in this series.
This third period begins with a face-off at center ice, and the Jets control it. Dumped in softly. The Stars get to it quickly just inside their blue line. Stars twice have had 1-goal leads. Twice the Jets have come back to level it. That's where we are right now as it's icing against Dallas. 18 seconds gone by in the third.
Well, Ben and Leon Bischel have about a third of the Stars' hits here in this Game 3. They've thrown the body around. Jamie's almost played like it's his first go around in the Stanley Cup playoffs, like a fourth line energy guy.
It's 6 hits for Ben, 9 already for Bishop. We're only 40 minutes into the game. And the draw is won by DeMello over to the left wing side. The Jets control it. They'll spread it up high. The third forward is Connor. His low shot got through and kicked out by Ottinger's left leg. Stretched out to the left wing. Wrister by Dodonov off of the glass. Johnston, Ben, and Dodonov out there for that shift. And taken by Connor. Manages to follow it up in the corner, then gets hit by both Lindell and Dodonov. Dodonov throws another check on Velarde. The puck is tied along the half wall in Dallas territory. Thomas Harley there to move it, but only inches it. Now Ben is able to bank it, and Dallas can clear. Pionk shoots back in. Ottinger stops it behind the net. And fed it off for Lindell, who got it off his sticks, bounced to the Jet zone. They had lost sight of the puck. Nobody knows where it is. Everyone was going for a wall scrum by the Dallas blue line. The puck was all the way down and eventually whistled for icing.
9 of the 10 guys on the ice didn't know where the puck had gone. There was one Jet traipsing back to retrieve it, and I think they're calling this a jump ball. They're taking it to the logo at center ice, and they're just going to start over again as they look like a bunch of goats on AstroTurf down there. They were just all confused, both sides.
Face-off win by Winnipeg, and they shoot one in. Ottinger for Petrovic. Mikko Rantanen contacted by Appleton. The puck never got out of the Dallas zone. Bischel has to hustle after it. He does, but then turned it over to Niederreiter. And Appleton's one-time bid blocked by Petrovic. Lob to the Winnipeg blue line. In retreat, the Jets have it. Sandberg ahead and out of the reach of the glove of Appleton. Almost 2 minutes here into this third period. The goals an even 2-2. The shots an even 18-18. The series an even 1 game apiece. The two best teams in the Central Division duking it out here in the second round with a trip to the conference final on the line. Mason Marchment fires one in from center. Horseshoes around, and the puck from the top of the zone held in by Lindell, but his play towards the corner was intercepted, and here come the Jets. They cross. Pass was behind the Mesnikov. A couple of Jets bumped into each other away from the play. Dallas again, though, doesn't clear. High slot now. Chance and a save made. Ottinger denying Josh Morrissey. Right back in on Ottinger. Had to steer that to the corner.
That high blocker has been radiant in the playoffs. Another great stop.
And the Stars miss on a headman pass. Marchment was just behind the center line, so another icing here against Dallas.
That play by Lindell down in the Jet zone, it's one of those plays he had two forwards lurking in behind. It has to go deeper. It has to go harder than he tried to play it. It ends up being a turnover, and it turns into that Morrissey chance from the high slot that was punched out of there by Ottinger.
All 5 Stars on the ice have been out there 47 seconds or longer. They win a key defensive zone draw, though.
And I think they can survive 50 seconds.
Probably can, but if you lose that face-off and you get pinned for 40, then that becomes doubled in a heartbeat. The Stars' Marchment gets it deep. And then Hellebuck leaves it behind the net. Miller to the left wing side. And cleared back into the Dallas zone. Harley shovels it on the backhand. And at center ice, it's taken by Fleury. Good work by Steele, the pester there. Stars are offside if they touch it. Chips its way back towards the Dallas end, and it's the Jets who cross offside, and a little bit of a collision afterwards. Miller jumping in, wanted a piece of Lyubushkin after he had hit Connor, and that grows in temperature.
And some of this might go back. Was it Miller that took that sort of sideswipe run at Jamie Benn in the second period too, and Lyubushkin had him down and mugged immediately? Fleury's trying to get shots in there. Rantanen has him at arm's length. This is right in front of the Stars bench, and Liam Bischel, you almost need like both a muzzle and a rope to keep him away from that fray that's just on the other side of the boards. Lyubushkin was just finishing his guy. The offside, Connor turns against the grain. They didn't like that. They don't like one another. And they're playing for, it feels like everything here, even if you win this series, you're only halfway to the ultimate prize.
The face-off is at neutral territory. Just outside the Dallas blue line in front of their bench, and it's controlled by Winnipeg. Pionk. A soft touch behind the net and then cleared up around. Pionk slapped it low, and Iafallo and Petrovic both there. Stars had it, then lost it, and tie up and cancel, and Robertson's able to give an exit valve to Sam Steele. Steele across the blue line. Now right wing side, Petrovic set it up. Rantanen save made. Rebound, pinballs it in! Petrovic put it towards the net. It pinballed its way into the net. Another crazy hop in this postseason, and it's going to be Petrovic who gives Dallas the lead.
It's his first playoff goal in almost a decade, and he makes such a great skill play initially. The goal actually is a mess, but that quick bump up in the high slot area to get it right back, the ripper on net, it rattles around, it comes from behind the net. Hellebuck is completely disheveled after the shot from the slot, and he just lays on his back and dies a little bit. His stick was out of his hands, flailing around, and couldn't come up with the answer. What an impact. I said it before in the opening round series against Colorado. It's mystifying how Alex Petrovic has played so much of his recent career in the American Hockey League and not the NHL, considering the way that he has played for the Stars last year and this year.
They're looking at this goal right now with both officials have their headsets on. I don't believe there was any challenge or not announcing. I think it's just to see how it went in. Did it possibly go in off a kick of Petrovic, or what led to the original domino in the bouncing puck that found its way past Hellebuck?
The entry itself was incredible as he got it in there. Man, Hellebuck did not adjust to that. Stars talked about getting some rebound opportunities. No question he kicked it a little bit. There's no way you can say that that's kicking the puck into the net. He had to kick it from behind the icing line to the front of the net. It's a bit of a freak show review because of that. The area of the ice where it was propelled from the skate, you're allowed to turn your skate and direct it into the net, but you can't kick it, a distinct kicking motion. But how do you have a distinct kicking motion from in behind the icing line? Maybe he was above it. Sure seemed like he was in behind. They are having a long look at this.
The way they call goals, if that goes in off the Jets, it's the last player who touched the puck for the team that scored. And so if that kick, if it's deemed a kick, was the last play that the Stars had to touch the puck at all.
I wonder if he touched it with his stick, too.
Yeah,
you can see him swing through Petrovic after he got it with the left skate instep. And I correct myself, he was above the icing line, just barely. So it wasn't from in behind the net. You could make that argument that it was in front and propelled toward the net that way. They're still going at it down there. Both referees on the tablet being fed from the Situation Room in Toronto.
Definitely looked like it went off Hellebuck's stick, the goaltending stick, but if I agree with you, there was that swipe by Petrovic, hard to tell from that low angle. And then it all centers around the biggest question is that enough of a distinct kicking motion?
This is a wild one.
They're warming up. Even players are skating.
I don't think I've ever seen this. Again, the sort of genesis of this was another Mikko Rantanen shot from the high slot that generated the rebound. And yeah, Freebird is deep into it here at American Airlines Center.
You were talking about Petrovic and his only other experience of playoff goal. That was in Game 6 of 2016, the opening round. That goal was a tie-breaking, eventual game-winning goal against the New York Islanders. I beg your pardon, Game 4 of a 6-game series. So he's only done it one way, and he's hoping to add another, but this review is going on, 4.5 minutes now?
Yeah, time has stood still here, 4 minutes into the third period. It is a mastodonic call to make here, and a puzzling one in a lot of ways, just because you don't usually see a play like this when they're trying to review something like that. Yeah, there are guys swirling around and having conversations. This is going to be a restart. Here, we're under the caution flag right now. They're going to need another song.
They usually pick the one that you're safe with. But
I think Enya's up next.
Crowd's starting to get a little bit restless as the boos rain down. We're waiting to see if this goal counts, but we talked about this pregame. It's nuts, the number of goals that are being scored in these crazy manners and the importance of all of them in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Stars are hoping to add one to that list. 16:09 left in the third period in a 2-2 hockey game, perhaps.
I never think the goals are lucky in the playoffs. Fortunate, yes, but not just pure luck. You know, you got to make a play, and that's what he did prior to that. You have to continue on, and the Stars have done that in the game, maybe more so tonight than the first two games of the series, where they've had their defensemen carry on into the zone, either on the forecheck or to join an attack like that. Man, they have still not come up with... I think the Conclave took less time than this. They're like picking a pope down there.
We'll wait and see what color the smoke is when they emerge from this conversation. It's both referees. The linesmen are at the other side. I think I count, like 19 guys who are skating. Some are stretching in front of the benches. This has to be the longest review that we've seen.
Ever, maybe. It's an interesting chain of events, right? It almost looked as though the flail of Hellebuck's fat paddle, he puts it into his own net. So then how does that come into play as they go through the forensics of the Alex Petrovic go-ahead goal here? I mean, I always was of the belief that you can't kick it, into the net. You propel it toward the net. And he wasn't really propelling it directly toward the open net, toward the front of the net, yeah.
They're showing the referees on the big board. You can hear the boos get louder and louder. Just restlessness at this point. And neither guy has really even motioned close like they were ready to take the headset off. They're doing a lot more listening than talking for large stretches of this in communication with Toronto. And
they're getting up there.
Here we go.
Chris Rooney's reaching for the headset. Here we go. There's a decision.
After video review, the Winnipeg goalie puts the puck into his own net after a kick. It's a good goal.
So there you go. The kick confirming that there was a kick, but because Hellebuck put it in, he shakes his head in disagreement, and it's got to be a little disbelief. Arneal the same way, but Dallas, after that lengthy review, is in front with Petrovic, the goal scorer.
For that explanation, I can't believe it took that long. And I fully understand. I would understand it if it went the other way, that was the actual understanding of the rule. And what a gargantuan goal for the very likable Alex Petrovic, who's played great.
His first of this postseason, second of his career. Rantanen and Steele get the assist.
Well, he can't get any momentum out of that. It was about a half an hour ago that he scored it.
They'll take the trade-off, though, into the net front. Almost got some momentum there as Johnston, the flyby, just redirected wide. The third different one-goal lead Dallas has taken. They've yet to be able to stretch it to two or fend off Winnipeg from coming back with the next one. But 15 and a half minutes to go as it's dumped in by the Jets. Ottinger behind the net.
This is like game one now. If you're Jake Ottinger, you have a lead, and now you got to slam the door.
Game one ended with this same score line. The Stars, high slot, walking Rantanen. He shoots. He scores! Mikko Rantanen! The legend grows! And so does the lead for Dallas.
Good gracious. This is just lubricious, mortiferous, and then finds the little window. He just dangles into the slot. paralyzes one defender, understands he has to get it elevated. Hellebuck's out scrambling around on his knees. He bit hard on a shot, maybe from the slot, and instead Rantanen just drops the shoulder, fades a little more over to the left wing side. Hellebuck's trying to look around his own defenseman, Neil Pionk. And with that, the Stars go bing-bong with the Petrovic goal and then the Rantanen goal. Mikko's been on the ice for everything again here tonight. And that had prompted a timeout from Scott Arniel as he wanted to get his team settled down after giving up back-to-back goals.
The break after the Petrovic goal didn't do him any good. They'll hope that one does after the timeout. 2 goals, 49 seconds of game time apart. I think it was like an hour and 26 minutes of actual time that elapsed. But Dallas has stretched their lead for the first time. Pionk, the drive, hit bodies. It was Rope Hansen tangled with Mark Scheifele, and the Stars fight their way out. Mikko Rantanen, another 3-point game for him. Connor is in. Shot and a save made. Stick side by Ottinger. Rantanen is up to 18 points. Once again, leaps over Connor McDavid for the most in the postseason. He has done that in 10 games, and the 10th isn't even finished yet. Bounced in on Ottinger. Play continues to go. Rantanen, 9 goals in 10 playoff games with the Stars. Duchesne across the line. Flip for Marchment. He got caught from behind. Never got a shot away. His hands were tied up. Boy, it's got to feel like the American Airlines Center is caving in on Connor Hellebuck and the Jets. The crowd into it. The Stars with a 4-2 lead. A play to the point. A good keep by Miller. Lyubushkin banked it up ahead. Icing against the Stars. It is another game that Connor Hellebuck has allowed 4+ outside of Winnipeg.
His record at home is 5-1. He's allowed 13 goals. That's a 1.99 goals against average. On the road, he came into play here today, 0-3, had surrendered 16 goals. His goals against average was 7.24. His save percentage, .758. And the Stars have tucked 4 past him on 21 shots in Game 3. Hard to win in the playoffs if you can only win in one building.
The Jets control after the icing. Fanning on a shot. Morrissey has it behind the net. Wrap around. Ottinger's left pad was there in the way. He handled it and froze it. 13:45 left in the third period. What a start to this third period for Dallas. Petrovic on the pinball. Then Rantanen less than a minute later. It's Dallas up by a pair here on the ticket.
Sometimes a situation arises where you have to take your best shot. Criminal defense, serious injury, wrongful death. Hi, I'm Chris Lewis. When you need to take your best shot, there's one name to remember. Chris Lewis & Associates, your law firm for criminal defense and catastrophic injury. Don't let a conviction or severe injury destroy your life. When you have one shot, make it your best. Let us fight for you. Call 214-444-1000 or visit lewisdefense.com.
Children's Health is the official pediatric home of Dallas Stars fans. Every day, Children's Health is pushing the boundaries of what incredible care for children looks like. From groundbreaking research to technological innovations, Children's Health is constantly discovering the cutting-edge treatments that lead to greater outcomes. From their relentless care teams to their commitment to every family, Children's Health will stop at nothing to give kids the care they need for the future they deserve. Visit childrens.com to learn more.
This is Dallas Stars Hockey on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310.
The Ticket!
Well, they no longer do this in our sport, but there was a time when coaches would just sick a guy on a player of like Wayne Gretzky's capabilities to just shadow him. And some guys made a living just following them around. You could do more as far as obstruct and hang on to and hook and hold and all that. They may bring it back into occurrence here with Mikko Rantanen's run. He is running amok. He did it against his former team. He's doing it against the best defensive team in the regular season, the Winnipeg Jets. And he is basically sticking his fingerprints on every single goal that the Stars score in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and he's done it for multiple weeks now.
Faceoff is won by the Jets, and they control, but back at their own blue line as it eluded DeMello. And through center ice, the Stars re-enter Steele with a pair of assists. He'll curl behind the net. Sam Steele still on it. Hands it off, D to D, left point, Lindell goes low. Robertson sliding in to take away the passing lane. The Jets stole it. It was DeMello. And now Morrissey with a little more space, able to clear.
It's an interesting line. You know, you had Steele in the middle of Rantanen and Robertson.
Robertson on the left wing. His shot blocked by DeMello and up and out of play.
Pete DeBoer deployed the same line combinations in games 5, 6, and 7 of the Avalanche series. The other 6 games have been sort of in flux in that regard, and on into this one here this afternoon and evening, where he's had to mix and match and double shift the moose and whatever clicks, baby.
Ben out there on the left wing, face-off dot, wins it. Johnston and Dodonov are there as Bischel's shot blocked wide. We talked about the numbers and the goal scoring and the hat tricks and everything. It's crazy to think that the run really started in Game 5 against Colorado. So he's done almost all of this in a 6-game span. Pionk, his shot sticked away by Ottinger. Tie up inside the Dallas zone. And Appleton will steer it along, and it hopped over Sandberg, who has to reset at center ice. Pionk forward off of Appleton's touch. And then Ottinger behind the net, coughed it up, has to scramble back in. Petrovic was there to help calm things down while he did. And another clearance by the Stars.
Seen a couple instances with Ottinger in behind his own net. I always said they should have made that area the goaltenders can't play the puck, not the corners.
Winnipeg has the puck inside that area behind the net, but the Stars steal it away. Rope Hintz fed it forward for Rantanen. He's in across the blue line, working against Morrissey. Sent it low. And taken by Nemesnikov up the left wing side. The Jets fling it all the way down. No icing. They knew Ehlers was going to win the race to the puck. Then glove down, kept alive right off of Ottinger's stick. It's Morrissey. His shot hit traffic. Colin Miller, left wing circle. Handcuffed himself a bit. Then funneled it low for Perfetti. The youngster walks it to the corner. Now on the right wing side, it's Nemesnikov. And that slid through Ehlers. A couple of pucks are getting by Jets on the boards. There's still a lot of time in the game with more than 11 minutes to go, but the Stars with a 2-goal lead and feel shorter and shorter with every passing second. Stars very much allies with the clock at this point. The 2 goals here less than a minute apart in the third. Fleury unable to get it at center ice past Marchman, who delivers a couple of cross checks and more shoves to him. Cody Ceci drives it in from center. Hellebuck stays put. Miller lost it on the wall. Chance by Sagan. Sets it up Lindell. Swung to the right. Thomas Harley there. Multi-point game for him, and it caroms off his stick high and out of play.
Yeah, they get a couple of goals from defensemen. That's certainly helped the cause. You can see that the Jets are like they were early in the hockey game here, where they're a little bit off balance. They don't have a lot of time and space with the puck. The Stars have been, hounding and badgering them a lot, and what a tough existence for a really good hockey team to constantly have to try to outscore your goaltending on the road, and that's the case here again. They need 4 to tie, 5 to win. That's a tough way to live in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
It's Arneal's turn to have a long sidebar with the referee, Rooney. As the puck is dropped, that caused a momentary delay. Now the Jets have it. Appleton tried to get it through two guys at center ice wearing green. Didn't work out. Possession back to the Stars. Bischel the chip from the red line. Sandberg reverses it. And fed ahead to center ice. Now Appleton chips it in. Took a little friction en route, but Niederreiter with it. Got contacted by Bischel, who has hit everything in white tonight.
There are no caution signs with him. Everything's a green light.
Reload to Pionk in front of the blue line, looking for a window. Shot couldn't get through the second layer. There was a tie-up between Blackwell and Appleton. Dallas can clear. Perfect touch on it, no icing.
Stars have received some really good big-time blocks from forwards in that low slot area in front of Ottinger. That's been important.
We're over halfway through this third period. 4-2 Dallas in front. They scored 2.5 minutes into the game. They have never trailed. Twice the Jets have caught them. The Stars want to make sure that's all. Behind the net on a sharp angle chance. Delivered to the far side. Labushkin took his time, sprung it out for Dodonov. Could be numbers for Dallas. They hit the line. Harley leaves it for Ben. Harley tip. Save made. Hellebuck. Puck went behind him on the putback to the net front, but it's cleared.
Boy, he's really struggled to locate a second shot or a rebound opportunity here today.
Offside as the Stars cross. 9:01 left in the third period. Dallas with a 4-2 lead, trying to retake the lead in the series here in Game 3 on the ticket.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mirajoyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at Walmart.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Home means something different to everyone. But with Rocket Mortgage, home can mean even more. It can mean a college education, taming your high-interest debt, even a renovation. We've made it easier than ever to use your home equity. That home you worked so hard for, now it can work hard for you. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
The Auto Awards season is here, and our friends at D&M Leasing have some exciting news to share. Cars.com named D&M the top leasing company in the United States for the 11th year in a row.
And there's more. Cars.com also ranked D&M the top dealership in the Southwest region of the United States for client experience. Call today or visit them online at dmautoleasing.com and start saving.
We make leasing easy at D&M.
Stars hockey on the ticket.
The ticket.
9 minutes to go in regulation at American Airlines Center. Stars up 4-2 on the Winnipeg Jets. Most of American Airlines Center standing and swirling towels as they're getting pumped up in the building. Mikko Rantanen has looked for, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, and 3, a half a dozen games, like an NHL star that got sent to the American Hockey League on a conditioning stint and is just piling up goals and assists. He's been in on now 17 of the last 19 goals the Stars have scored.
Puck up and into the Jets bench, out of play. The numbers, they borderline fictional. It's 9 goals, 8 assists, and 17 points on that run. Again, that's in 6 games in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
And he was on the ice for the other one. He didn't pick up an assist on it.
They might change it.
Yeah, they should. Just the echo effect of the man they call Moose. Just a stunning effectiveness. What a trade. What a trade.
3 months into an 8.5-year basically deal. My goodness. The Jets play it up the wall, and Harley at the left point held it in. Now it's Appleton. They'll feed it to the left wing side. And around it goes, where it is controlled by DeMello. They'll bank it low. Rantanen able to manipulate his way and out of collision, and the Stars muscle it out towards center. Rope Hintz. And then he gets belted down by Big Adam Lowry.
You haven't seen a lot of this today. That checking line and Lowry straight up against Hintz. They chop at one another as they head off to their respective benches.
The Jets bring it back into the attack zone, spin it around the boards to the right point. Miller flung one off a deflection off the netting. It stops the clock with exactly 8 minutes left in this third period, 4-2 Dallas.
You'd mentioned Harley and the numbers that he has put up here in Game 3 and how great he's been in these playoffs and heading in. The Stars scoring in the playoffs. Harley had 2 goals. He was the only guy that had scored goals. Ceci and Lyubushkin, 3 assists each. Harley had 4 assists to lead in that category. And then you had Bischel, Petrovic, and Lindell that had combined for just 1 helper. So getting a little something from the back end has been big today, obviously.
Stars win the draw back to Harley to the surprise of no one. He leads both teams in ice time, 22 and a half minutes as we sit right now. Inside the Jet zone, Winnipeg has it, Sandberg. They've got to feel the urgency for sure of this clock in this situation right now. The series will stay in Dallas for Game 4 Tuesday night at 7 p.m. One of these teams is going to take a 2-1 lead into it. A chance to grab a stranglehold, and right now the Stars in the driver's seat to be that team. Taken away inside the Dallas blue line. Cleared out to center. Pionk finds Perfetti. They retreat with possession, do the Jets, while they complete a change. Pionk. Game of catch with Sandberg. Slowly tosses it into drive. Bounced away from Connor. He got through Duchesne, though. Down the right side. Held up a bit by Lindell. Velarde intercepts it. Knocked down by Harley. In comes Lindell to pry it loose. Up ahead, Colin Blackwell. Scurrying down the left wing side. Hits the brakes. Lost his man DeMello, who went down, and that brought the roar from the crowd you heard after the ankle-breaking cut by Blackwell. The Jets, though, are able to tilt it the other way. They've got possession. Velarde dancing high slot, backhand, and right into the chest of Andre. No problem for him. He hangs with 6:35 to go.
Mentioned his numbers coming off of a loss in his playoff career, 16-6. He's 6.5 minutes away from going 17-6. Velarde, their top line, they obviously provided the 2 goals, or one of the goals in the game for them. They've had dangerous chances. Velarde has had a couple, another backhand offering that time. And Kyle Connors looked slithery in the game. He has the goal from that line, but both of their goals in the game have come off set plays, face-off wins.
Stars win this draw awkwardly off the boards and then bounced over to Bischel right outside the corner of the crease. Fight for possession there. Bischel got position and then filled in Tanev.
He spun off it. He was on the wrong side of things, so he spun out of there and then came in and just crumpled Brandon Tanev.
You're like, I like to be the exterior guy a little bit more and then do the chopping. The big man down in the corner. Tanev shoves at him. Stars force it out towards the point and then play it ahead. Could have numbers. It's Dodonov with a cutting bend. Left circle fed. Bend. Shot save. Hellebuck. Rebound in front. Put back. Score! Wyatt Johnston! Relentless pressure from the Stars. They've put up 5 on Hellebuck. It's 5-2 Dallas.
Man, this is just feral determination from Johnston. It's a bad read by Colin Miller, the defenseman who stays up ice. That created the original 2-on-1. And then their defending, their track back was looky-loo. Nobody got anybody in a green jersey. They all just kind of watched. They came back to help out but did nothing, and Wyatt just hunted that thing, cracked once, twice, and buried it past, again, a very scrambling, out of position Connor Hellebuck.
Now a 3-goal gap between the Stars and the Jets after 3 goals. Petrovic, Rantanen, and Wyatt Johnston unanswered here in the final frame. The Jets, they're on the attack. Bouncing puck, got away from Niederreiter, cleared out. Wyatt Johnston getting the goal. So again, home ice, very much an advantage for Johnston and what he's been able to do here. That's his 4th goal of this postseason. His 8th point. Ben and Dodonov get the helpers. Adam Lowry ridden off in the corner, angled, and all the way back down. Hellebuck will stop it. Restart ahead for Pionk. Both teams changing. We've ticked inside the final 5 here of this third period. The Stars up by 3 as it's banked low by the Jets. Lindell keeps the puck moving off of Granlund and then over to Hintz. Mikko Rantanen, the all-Finn line out there. Here's Granlund cutting to the net, swiped away. This trio of forwards has combined for 7 points in the game. DeMello and the Otters better chant is filling in from end to end of this American Airlines Center in Dallas. Jets on the attack. They get knocked down. Perfetti played it to a defensemanless point, so it's out to center. Re-entry Morrissey taken on 3 Stars and just too much of a green roadblock. Skied out to center by Dallas. Falls perfectly for Blackwell, who leaves for Robertson. Delays to Blackwell, and the stick by Hellebuck was down and ramped it out of play. With 3:57 left in the third period. A third period onslaught from the Stars has them in front. 5-2 the score. Winding towards the finish line on the ticket.
Hello, this is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is. We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. Now through June 2nd, we have a great selection of Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, and more.
Right, your summer starts here. I'm a pet sitter, and business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas. Stop, Sebastian. Goldie is not dinner. Right, your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, Sean Bass here for Frankel & Frankel. If you get in a wreck, get the medical treatment and compensation you deserve from Frankel & Frankel. Your insurance company, they're not working for you. You need Frankel & Frankel on your side. There's no cost, nothing out of pocket until you get paid. Frankel & Frankel at 214-333-3333 is the name and number that could literally change your life if you get in a wreck. Keep this number, 214-333-3333.
Call Frankel first. FRENKEL.
Dallas Stars hockey on the ticket.
The ticket!
Well, the mother of all deadline deals has made this a very happy Mother's Day inside American Airlines Center as Mikko Rantanen has once again been front and center offensively for the Stars. And, you know, if you look at the way this third period has gone, it was tied at 2 after 40 minutes. And that review, I don't think you can look at it any other way other than it conspired against the Jets. The Petrovic goal, it counted to put the Stars ahead 3-2. They've dominated ever since. I think erosion unfolds quicker than that review did, but it seemed to help the home side, and they have sprung out of it. And with the building going nuts, they have a big lead in Game 3.
They scored 49 seconds after that lengthy review. That was the latest in Rantanen's latest big night. And then Wyatt Johnston tacked one on about 10 minutes later. It's got it 5-2 where we are right now. Along the edge of the trapezoid in Jets territory. Stars trying to work it free. Morrissey, the slip pass out for Scheifele. Now or never time for Winnipeg, and Connor Hellebuck's going to go to the bench. They pull him with 3:40 left in this third period. The Jets, 6-on-5, spread it out with the extra attacker. Pionk and Morrissey play catch. Pionk right side, across for Ehlers, who took it off the left side boards, then turned it over. And the Stars, Sam Steele gets to center, shoots, and it was blocked by Ehlers. The forward had gotten back to take a knee. But then the Jets miss on an Aaron Headman pass. That's icing. Hellebuck will be allowed to go back between the pipes, and he does with 3:12 left in the third period.
Sam Steele's such an integral part of the Stars' overall game, certainly their penalty killing. And he has picked up assists. He's played terrific here again tonight, but he came into play with only 3 shots on goal in 9 playoff games, and he waited long enough for that empty net to get filled in with a player and doesn't get a shot there.
5-on-5 for the time being with the face-off in the Jets' end. The Stars control it. Dodonov gets checked by Morrissey. They continue to battle along the wall. Puck pops out. It's Harley. Wrist shot finds the glass from just above the left wing circle. A reload to the blue line. Bid by Labushkin and off Hellebuck to the near side. Now Ben. Trying to twist his way back, had the angle taken away by Morrissey, but all of this is zone time for Dallas. All of this keeps Hellebuck between the pipes. It keeps this Jets top line pinned inside their own zone. In the corner, that puck keeps making cameo appearances and then dug out and controlled by Dallas. Harley backpedals, and they are going to blow this play down on a high sticking penalty against the Stars, who had all kinds of time and zone possession.
There was some nasty stuff going on in the high slot, but I thought, again, that it was going both ways. The refs might have, they have been berated at times in the game from the Stars bench, and they just picked that out of a pile. There was some battling going on, and the high stick was sort of pick your poison, and they elected to pick on young Wyatt Johnston. So this makes it a little more interesting, right? Still 2.5 minutes or there so remaining. It's a 3-goal game, but they have a power play, and it's a big one with the goalie out.
6-on-4, face off to the stick side of Ottinger. Johnston for high sticking, and the Jets control it. From inside the line, Miller gets it back. Now Perfetti. Miller, the blast blocked by Blackwell. It's the second power play unit for the Jets because the top one was out there preceding all of that led to the penalty. Pin up along the corner boards, pops out. Steele doesn't have to get to center this time. He'll just fire it all the way down around the wall and clear.
How about those two guys? Big block from Blackwell up top, and then determined cleared down the ice. They get off. Fresh penalty killers on.
Right side, Nino Niederreiter has one of the 2 goals for the Jets. The other belongs to Connor. Those long time ago, the Stars with a 5-2 lead. Another wall battle. And seconds, precious ones, tick away with every one of these. Jets find possession. Work it to Miller at the right point. He'll spin it in deep. Niederreiter contacted by Ceci at the edge of the trapezoid. Poked by Lindell. Lowry will send it around the corner, near side, Perfetti. He's in the corner and feeds it to the right point, Miller. Swung to the left, got away from the Mesnikov, who gets it back. Behind the net now, Lowry. Lowry left side, they feed it to a crowded net front, eludes everyone. Perfetti to Lowry as we've hit the final minute of the third period. Perfetti in front, looking for a tip and never got one. Under a minute to go, 5-2, Stars have the lead. Perfetti right circle shot, saved by Ottinger. Still a 6-on-4. 20 seconds left on the Wyatt Johnston minor. That puck hit a linesman. The Stars will take over. Granlund lost the puck. Hintz gets it back to him. Then again for Hintz. Low shot through the crease and wide. Stars miss the empty net, but it's just going to be a footnote as the Jets come back the other way. Scheifele in, shoots. He missed the net. Johnston out of the box. The puck comes out towards where he is. Stars PK holds another. Johnston enters the zone. Still an empty net to Ben. It was blocked by Perfetti. 10 seconds to go. The Jets back in their own zone. The crowd standing, roaring, and applauding this Game 3, led by a third period onslaught. And the Stars stole home ice in Winnipeg. They hold it this afternoon in Dallas. They win it 5-2 to take a 2-1 series lead.
Well, look, the Jets likely weren't going to rally anyway, but they used that timeout, and by using that timeout after that, bang, bang, 2 goals, they didn't have a timeout to get their best offensive players on the ice. So, their number one power play and Scheifele and Connor and those guys didn't get on the ice until there were only 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Wyatt Johnston. And, the time had leaked off the board by then anyway, that it was pretty much a moot point. And the Mikko Rantanen experience continues on and is blossoming, and especially here on home ice. I would say he's a fan favorite already, and a pretty convincing win. The goaltending battle, Ottinger was terrific again. Just looks like a rock back there. And Hellebuck and his road demons continue on. Not all on him, but still, you look up at the end of another road game, and that's a ton of goals against a guy that did not give up very many in the regular season. And the Stars, they needed this one on home ice, and they did all of the things that you need to do in order to be victorious against a very good team and take a 2-1 series lead because of it.
Connor Hellebuck makes the same 21 saves that he did in Game 2, but it comes on 5 additional shots. So, another road stat line he'll try to forget. You'll hear the roar in the background as Mikko Rantanen announced as the number 1 star. And, what he's doing continues to defy all logic. It is the 5th time in the last 6 games that he has had a 3-point night or better. And he has been the driver, but a lot of people participating in this one tonight, this 5-2 win over the Jets. And the thing is, they got the first goal, which has been a problem for them. It wasn't exactly wire to wire because the Jets come back a couple different times, but Dallas never trails, and they go on with that third period punch to take a 2-1 series lead. And what an opportunity that awaits them now on Tuesday.
Yeah, with Rantanen, you'd think, wow, they're just giving him the bit, and he's playing 22, 23 minutes. What would he finish with today, even though he double shifted a little bit? 17 and a half minutes. He seems to have fully integrated himself into the 4-line belief